These two are about to be annoying as fuck when they link up.
Welcome to our reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. Because tonight we're going to be talking about Big Brother 27, specifically the first eviction of the summer. If you tuned in tonight, you already know that our collective boy, our burger boy, Zay, went home on a 9-5 vote or a 5-9 vote, since apparently that's how we count things now in Julie Chen Moonvez's head, as we did a few times. But we're going to be talking about the eviction tonight. We're going to be talking about Wednesday night's episode. We're going to be talking about the feed action that's been going on all week since our last podcast. And we're going to be talking about what is ahead in this season. Who are we liking now? How are they different from how we liked them maybe last week when we were watching their cast reveal? And everything that we can cover, we will. We are here live on YouTube. If you are here gathering in, please hop in the chat. We would love to talk to you for however long we need to. Hello, Jameson. Aptly timed. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the discussion started. Anything I need to read or link to is already in the description below, so go there if you need to keep up with us in any way, shape, or form. My name is Barrett. If you're joining us here for the very first time, I am not alone in this venture to talk about Big Brother 27. I am here with my esteemed Big Brother colleagues, the Zach Perez and the Nick City, ready to dish out the late week drama and maybe some early week drama that we got filled in upon. So Zach, Nick, welcome. So glad you're here. Zach, since you're up here in the layout with me, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, just generally speaking, how was this week for you? I guess the rest of the week we did podcast on Sunday. We got to know these house guests a little bit. From Sunday to Thursday, how was your view change of this season, or for better or for worse, I guess, and now that we have someone evicted from this house?
I cannot stand, two of these people. Well, one of them's gone, but I cannot stand two of them. Well, I can't. Okay, let's see. 1, 2.
Okay, so immediately when the chart comes up, Zach starts counting the amount of people that he hates. That's great.
Yeah, 3.
This is a great start.
4.
I can go 4 to Nick first if you need me to come back around to you.
Yeah, but I now have an idea of what this cast is going to be like, and I think something about Vince's HOH, regardless of how stupid it was very fluid. And I feel like that sets a precedent for how the game is, other than Big Brother 23, that was different. But I think we're going to be in for a long ride. And okay. I mean, we already know who the winner is, apparently, since Zay's gone. Rachel's won, so.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about on the side of Rachel being here again and how that impacts the house and the view of her in the house, and how it may have impacted this vote. And also, of course, we have Vince's HOH to talk about, which is definitely a subject I can't wait to go into. But Nick, I'm going to come to you now. How have you felt this week from Sunday to Thursday? Same question to Zach, really. How has your opinion of this cast, this show changed? And also, now that we have someone evicted from this house, how excited for you, going forward with how the dynamics have shaken up so far?
I agree with Zach. There's definitely a lot of people hate. I'm already a lot of you people can go already on my nerves. And that takes an impressive amount of skill to get on my nerves within the first couple of days, because normally I come in this podcast the first week and I'm like, I love everybody, there's so many people I like, and right now there is a plethora of them that can just go, but there's a lot of people that I really do like, and one of those people I really cannot stand left today, so okay. That gives me a lot of hope for the season. It was funny because when things were playing out throughout the week, I was kind of like, oh no, this is not gonna be a good one. But now I feel like it's kind of flipped back for me, where I'm like, wait, okay, we might be in for a good one. So.
Yeah. I feel like we did a lot of that in this episode, where it was just like, as soon as we saw Kelley win the BB Blockbuster, it was like, oh, maybe this will still happen. And then as soon as everyone started scrambling, I don't know why I got a weird nervous thing. I don't know if this is actually going to work, if Zay's going to go out, which I mean, of course, free to discuss who you wanted to leave this week. I know there were plenty of people who were like, get Amy out, get Kelley out instead because Zay brings the drama, and I can't really argue with that either. Zay is just a little like being in the guys alliance to me, and maybe we just need to switch over to talk about Zay real quick since it may be the last time we really get to talk about him. Also, I'm assuming I put timestamps below if you want to jump ahead to any point. If you're watching here live, impossible to do that right now, but you have to sit here and listen to us. I'm so sorry. But maybe we should talk about our Burger Boy Zay, new member of the Burger Boy Alliance, which, of course, I don't have my notes in front of me exactly who's in Burger Boy, but I'm going to go off of memory. We have Vince, Will, Zay, Zach, and who was the fifth? Adrian? Was it Adrian, or did they leave him out?
I think they left.
I even had an alliance chart like 5 seconds ago pulled up, which is the sad part. And we got a replay of it. It's just usually, but
forgot if Adrian was left out or not.
And Rylie, I guess.
Didn't know where he was voting. Oh yeah, Rylie was in it.
And Keanu, right? Yeah. Zay, Zach, Vince, Rylie, Keanu. No, Adrian wasn't in it. Will.
Yeah.
It was Zay. It was Zay, Zach, Vince, Rylie, and Will.
Okay, cool. Well, in any case, Zay, our member of the Burger Boys Alliance, just being in that alliance itself made me a little bit worried, just like how is this going to go forward in the game. So I mean, I was more okay with Zay leaving because of that. I get the whole drama with Rachel though. But Zay as a player this week, I was not impressed by. I was kind of more annoyed by. Everyone else seemed to be kind of over as well. Hence 9 people voting him out. One of those, Rylie, another member of his own alliance. So it's just like, especially watching Zay last night try to fight Rachel Rylie and doing as bad of a job as he probably could have in that situation, given all of everything. I mean, I feel like he was edited very well tonight, I will say, in Zay's sake. But overall, Zay could have gone this week for me. I didn't see him adding a lot of value long term in this game, other than being someone to counter Rachel, which you could argue is an appealing case. But Nick and Zach, how did you feel about Zay leaving tonight?
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, like last night, oh my gosh, he was talking like JoJo Siwa, and I was just like, he was just going so fast, like 100 miles a minute, and I'm like, bro, take a breath, chill out. Like, I don't know why you're going so fast, because he was just like, and then Rachel just flipped out on me. Like, I don't even know why. She got personal with me. Like, she talked about my mom and all this stuff. Like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like I just don't even know. Like, I am gunning for Rachel. Like, Rachel's got to go. Like, Rachel's gonna be a 2-time winner. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that is a Zay impression for sure.
And I'm just, I can understand trying to keep him, but at the end of the day, it's just like the epitome of him and who he is as a player is summed up in this, which is he found, before going into the house, he used ChatGPT to
that's a good point.
Look up strategies to play Big Brother because he did not know the game.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
So it is not surprising that he's the first one out.
He also, he mentioned something about just like watching every first episode or like a lot of the premiere episodes so he could plan to do what to do in his hometown, but like didn't really watch a lot further than that. And so like, that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right. And then we didn't even go into the fact that he's using language that I don't vibe with at all either in that house, and is backing it up by being like, well, that's just one of the words I'm trying to work on. I'm like, not helping your case, man. So overall, net positive for me. Yeah, it's one of the words. It was his excuse. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I'm fine. It's net positive for Zay not to be in this house for me. And I think I viewed him as potential first boot material. And then I thought maybe like, maybe I misjudged how I feel about Zay. And then he kind of went back into the role that I thought he was gonna play this season pretty quickly. So I'm cool with it. And it's a weird to say that because, the last time we had someone by themselves returning to a season of Big Brother, a lone returnee, was BB19 with Paul. And of course, we know that season mainly for the the impact that Paul had on everyone else's ability to play the game and how they all wanted to rally around Paul every chance that they got. And we almost saw like a tiny version of that this week. But I also think it just should go to show that like Zay also was just a good person to get rid of for a lot of these people's games. And so I think it was just kind of another addition that had happened to help Rachel in the process. But anything else we want to say about Zay, or anything you want to speak your mind about? I know there's not a lot Zay to go over like in his game, because his game was never anything more than trying to claw his way into some social dynamic that he never found his way. I mean, he literally walked in and they were like, this dude's got to be the secret accomplice. Like the vibes are just bad. And then got voted on based on that. So how do you work your way out at that point? I will say, let me ask you this. How did you feel about his speech going after Rachel? Did you think that was like, that helped his case at all? Or do you think it was just like the nail in the coffin for him?
That was so dumb. And like, when you think about it too, Kelley wanted, or well, obviously we'll talk about her when we get there, but she wanted to do the same thing where she wanted to get up there and like be like, I'm coming for her and da-da-da. And it's like, why do you think that that's gonna help you stay? It's just so like, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I have no idea what you were expecting to get out of that. So, bye, Zay. Like, you messed with the queen, so you got first boot. He's the only person to get 17th place on Big Brother. So,
And he got beheaded.
He's not the only one. He's actually the fourth to get 17th place.
oh well.
Who was the first?
I only just saw the wiki
Whatever.
tweet this out. That's the only reason I'm saying.
Really?
Hold on.
I just totally made that up on the fly.
These are the four that have been evicted. Got
rough.
17.
Oh, that's
What
a
a-
rough
that-
group of people.
Yeah.
I wanna-
well,
yeah,
three of
yeah.
them.
Well, I guess, one not evicted, but
Oh, both of them said, or two of the two bottom ones said things.
well, yeah. Big Brother last placers can be sometimes consistent. I don't know.
Wait, where's Christine?
Christine? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Loud, the person that didn't
It's time to
get
get
Christy?
loud.
Was it Christy or
Christy,
Christine?
It's
Christy.
It was the other Christy from that. Or
Yeah.
no, not. It wasn't the same. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
She was 17th.
I want to be honest. So, okay. Bear with me. Jace, Cameron, Luke, Zay, right? Jace? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I remember everyone's names. Time passes. Don't remember everything. I remember Cameron. Well, this was a dark and dreary day in Big Brother history. Was when Cameron ran out. But yeah, 4 people, the 17th. Which, I mean, I felt like Zay took it pretty well for being a 17th placer. If I can give him credit for much. We had the big reveal where he got to find out that Amy was the secret accomplice. That was it. That was weird because Julie was like, do you want me to tell you? And he's like, I would love for you to tell me. And then she was like, well, let me show you. And then we waited for Amy's picture to just like fade
why did you
behind her. Just,
yeah.
It's like, you could just say Amy. It's like, it's
like-
really not that big of a deal.
She's like, we had our marketing team work on these graphics so long. We have to show it.
It was
The
just-
graphic of the one picture of Amy. What do you
It
mean?
was just
Yeah.
a picture of her in the house. It wasn't even.
It's
a
not like
graphic.
it's not like in All Stars where they showed the same picture of what was their dumb
the
alliance.
committee.
Yeah, the committee
yeah.
every single week right behind Julie. We had to watch every person realize that the person that they were aligned with was screwed the next week. But yeah, it reminded me of that. I mean, I've been missing out on chat. I'm sorry. Colton said Rachel is known for being terrible in arguments, but she destroyed Zay and now he is a victim. Yeah, we'll have to talk more about that argument. That was interesting last night. Shy Boy said, I'm just not understanding why not a lot of people care enough about people using that word. It even happened on BB Can 12 and the house just got no pushback. Yeah, I don't get it either. Especially, I know like Big Brother established with Luke that, using certain language can immediately get you kicked out of the house, but apparently we are now
The
classifying
Big
like-
Brother code of conduct.
Yeah, so not surprising in the least that they didn't take action, though, to be honest. He knows the
Jared-
rules of chess. How scary. Zay was good at chess. He was good at chess. Is actually when he said the word was during chess. The Rachel stare though was tough. Yeah, we really gonna have to talk about this Rachel Zay fight. Is that what we should move to next, or should we talk about Vince or anything else that we think we should bring up right now? We have a lot of topics to go over. Is Rachel the next logical progression to talk about?
Yes. Can I say that to bridge that gap, when Zay was like leaving and they were all like group hug and they were all like hugging, I don't know if you guys caught, but like in the mirror you could see Rachel like standing in the corner and she was like this. Like, she was like nowhere near the group. She wanted nothing to do with it.
Yes,
that's mother. That is mother. Like, she could not stand him. Like, I think it's so funny because I feel like Rachel's had a lot of beef with a lot of people throughout her career on reality TV, but like I could tell she could not stand him. Like, when she went in to vote and she was like,
she didn't even talk to Julie. Like, she did not say a word to Julie.
Didn't even get a word out. Like,
I want to slam the door behind him.
She was over it. Like,
I know. Yeah, that was.
I wish. Do they still show goodbye messages? They do it like
they do in the extended
exclusive.
interview.
Yeah.
And
my exclusive
I hope
extended
she left
interview.
him a good one. I really do.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll have all the Rachelisms back in full force. The Zach
no one
tears.
gets in between me and my mom, other mom.
There's the Zach tears.
God.
Yeah,
Oh
Zach
God,
Zach was crying. I think
stupid
Rylie was
tears.
crying. Those are the only two that I really saw crying tonight. I
Just
think.
voted him out.
Yeah, Rylie. Well, I mean, maybe guilt. I don't know. The thing is, though, I get to this point, the first week of Big Brother, and I'm like, I don't know how anybody would feel after doing this for a week. That's got to be the craziest situation to be thrown in. So to vote someone out that you like lived with for a week, especially Zach, who I thought did a really like good job with Zay, or of course was also in alliance with him. But even when he was like, I can't really include you on everything, but I want to make you feel like you're included with me. Maybe there was some of that too.
Didn't they tell him that? Didn't they tell Zach that? Yeah, your boy's going.
I don't think it didn't seem like anybody was shocked. I mean, you even had Adrian going in there, be like, I know I'm not going to be in the majority, but I vote to evict Amy. So it seemed like everyone was aware. Maybe after scrambling, but maybe long before that. I mean, even last night there was plenty of talk of let's get Zay out. It seemed like as they were going to bed. So,
and Adrian is going to be cooked.
Well, that's okay. We'll see.
Like not like I mean, if there's gonna say if Rachel or Amy or something, they're gonna be like, well, we need a third person because we have Keanu and I don't know who else they put up, like Vince or something, Keanu and Vince, and then they'd be like, well, we need someone else. Oh, okay, we'll put up Adrian. No one's, but yeah,
we'll see. Adrian was not an option even for Vince. It seemed like for half a second, or at least like someone who was just enough on the outside in the beginning.
But then he thought, wait, I have an alliance member. I should put her up.
Exactly. Okay. I don't know where we were going from there. Were we going to talk about Rachel? Were we thinking about it?
Rachel, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Rachel, because Rachel Rylie is in this house, which is still a weird thing to say and get used to, and observe Rachel and be like, oh yeah, Rachel's in the game. And so you're in the diary room and be like, oh yeah, Rachel's in the diary room.
Without Brendan.
Yeah, alone, which is my favorite version of Rachel playing Big Brother. I feel like I've said that enough too. But like, so this week we saw bits of like new Rachel strategy and we saw bits of old Rachel strategy. The new version of Rachel, the one that was very much like, I want to make sure everyone every young person in this house is against each other. Let's let these showmances blossom. We've had like 2 different segments now where it seems like she's encouraging showmances, and also building, these relationships on top of that, most notably with Amy, who she went to bat for the past few days. And but she's also building up another, core group, whether or not, but she's also building an enemies list, it seems, as well. Of course, last night, everything came to a point with Zay featuring Keanu, which Keanu's got to be involved in all the drama, apparently.
Ooh, I
But
can't
I'll
stand
find
that man.
some clips from Rachel and Zay because it was way more than they showed on the show tonight, and I don't know if that was just
Yeah.
I'm sure it was time constraints, which is like
Yeah.
brilliant. We have 90-minute episodes every time, but the one that we had to
I
fight
thought
in.
the same
Yeah.
thing, Barrett. I like looked at the TV and I was like, "Are you kidding? The one episode where we needed the 90 minutes this
Yeah,
week, we don't
it's
get
so
it."
stupid. But there was a lot more, including like people awkwardly watching in the kitchen everything unfold.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like literally just standing around, like in Matt and Angela, just like, what do we do while two people fight?
And
Do we just watch? And Jimmy, of course, was asleep. Jimmy was like the only one who
yeah,
wasn't there.
like yeah, no, Jimmy, Will, there's someone else asleep. Jimmy and Will were the ones that were asleep.
Yeah.
Adrian was asleep too.
Yeah. Oh, Big Brother Junkie recognizes some of these cast photos. I bet you do. I totally stole from you for a little bit. It helps that when I Google any of these house guests, your photos come up every single time. So I hope that's
Because they're the
okay.
best screenshots.
We're also gonna be looking at your alliance chart too.
Yeah, definitely going to be peeking at your alliance chart. I already have that linked. Would have helped me earlier to have that pulled up when I was thinking of who all was in the Burger Boy alliance. But okay, I'm going to ask you all now. Now that you've watched Rachel, well, partially for a week, at least you've had feeds Rachel for the majority of the week. How do you view her game so far? How is it different? How is it similar? And I didn't speak to more of the similar parts, but that was all in the fighting and remembering that Rachel was really bad at fights and arguments, but also amazing to watch in them. What did you think of Rachel now that she's back in the game? Zach, you can go first.
Of course. Mid yawn. Well, I am from a different perspective because I believe that both of you were able to watch feeds both the times that Rachel was on the show, correct?
Yes.
So yeah,
the only things that I have to dig through are the episodes and hamster watch stuff. So based on what I've seen, I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed that the episode was what Rachel was. Maybe more crying and more baby talk, but
yeah.
but I really think it's interesting to watch her play because she's definitely she's like mother, like as in like you can tell that she's a mother because of the patience that she has with these people. Because it slipped out a little bit, like old Rachel was coming out, but you can just tell because she was just poking Zay because she's dealing with these children. Like, I mean, that's what she said, and like she's able to get to a point where she's bored. Like, this is old, this is boring. Like, come on, let's do something different. Like, this is the line that I think of the way she views these people. I've heard worse from better.
Yeah.
So it's just really fun to watch her be more mature, like still be the same Rachel though, and still be entertaining, and still being able to, well, still being better with her arguments than she was in past.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about specifically that. Nick, I want you to answer first, though.
I think it is a different Rachel because she's not with Brendan, and it's like funny because like Zach said, I did watch Rachel on the feeds her first seasons, and she's definitely an instigator. So I feel like she knows how to like screw with people to like get in their heads. And I think it's definitely like a part of her gameplay, even though she never really like says things like that. But Rachel's very smart. I feel like she understands how Big Brother works. And I think a lot of people are gravitating towards her because of that, which is putting her in like a weirdly like good spot, but also a weirdly bad spot, because then you have people on the other side of the house that I feel like have the wrong impression of her, where like they think like there was this one, I forgot who it was, but they were saying, oh, like there's a quote. They were like, oh, like if you know Rachel, there's a quote about her bringing all the floaters to the end, and it's like, no, you idiot.
I think
It's
that was
about
Zach.
Her.
That was
It
Zach.
might have been Zach. Yeah.
I think
It's
Zach
like
did say
no. It's
Because Zach's
about
like,
her
I
wanting the
hate
floaters
floaters.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
just
was
like
that in his like anti-Amy rant where he was like Amy,
yeah.
like just for some reason
Yeah.
attaching Amy to being a floater, which is like okay,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
It's literally like 7 days. No one's a floater. Like let's
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's the thing is like people have like this like crazy different perception of her where like they have this like I understand she's like a winner and she won the game, but Rachel is not like Dan Giesling. Like it's like relax. Like she's not gonna like
Excuse me?
outsmart she's not like the smartest person in the house in my opinion. And I think people in the house have this perception of her where they think she's like this like big brother god, and it's like I get
Yeah.
it, but at the same time it's like as someone who's watched her on the live feeds, it's like no, Rachel gets into arguments and she fights people, but she's really good at competitions, and she was really bad at the social game because she spent half the damn season making out with her boyfriend in the room. Like it's so different without Brendan here. Like it really is. And I hope she's really good at comps still, because that was like my favorite part about Rachel is that like she would start with you and then win HOH and throw you on the block. So I really hope that like she still has that energy.
yeah, I hope so as well. I think like I think she does have that energy. I think there was part of her that's just like I don't probably need to go that hard yet. Also, Zae was not probably the opponent. She was like, I need to I need to lay it all on the line. She did use the I've heard worse from better line, which I was kind of like, use it on Zae, use it in a different spot. They didn't use it on the episode though. Maybe she'll find another way. But I remember when she was like rehearsing that, and everyone was like, oh yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, because she said it to Jimmy first.
Yeah, when they were practicing together. Same thing with Jimmy's like only thing fake about me are my designer sunglasses or whatever. And so I do like what you said, Nick, about Housegus having like the false impression of Rachel. I've seen that brought up this week, and I think it's so true. Like it's as if people forget. I don't know. I like what you said. Like, she is not Dan Giesling. She may be up close to like the Mount Rushmore Big Brother, but it's not for the reason like a lot of players are, which is what makes Rachel a more special player is that she is the first person I've seen be sent into the house as a punishment. Like that's literally what she was brought back for the argument with Reagan.
Twice.
It's just like, what could we possibly do to annoy these house guests? Oh, let's just send this person in there, and that's enough. Like that is what her character is. And so like what?
It happened twice.
I mean, yeah, she's been sent back and is technically I don't know if it was punishment the second time. Well, the punishment was that everyone else had to be evicted while she stayed in the game, I guess. But
Wait, no, I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her winner advice on how to be a winner to Ian on Pandora's Box.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's been a while.
That too.
Yeah, let's bring back Pandora's Box now that Rachel's back on. But the point still stands.
Don't give production
Rachel,
ideas.
it reminded like the first thing I thought of watching Rachel last night argue with Zae in the storage room, which I'm gonna break it up real quick, just so I can share this moment.
Oh, I will put you up.
I'm saying if you were
you out of this house.
I will put you up. I will take you out of the house. Like that's the kind of stuff that Rachel's here for. And also like the fight that it reminded me of was, and this was in no way, shape, or form, but it just always get lost in the back of my mind, was when she was mad at Kathy for rubbing it in her face for winning that one veto competition in BB12, and she refused to let it go. And just like,
God,
Kathy,
yes.
apologize. You have to apologize.
That was so
Kathy's like, I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to do it. And so like, but it reminded me of how much Rachel will not let things go. And so it made me really excited to watch, or to know that I get to watch Rachel continue, even if it's just for one more week, which it could be, who knows.
I just always think about like, I'm not sitting on her. I'm sitting at the table chair.
I'm sitting at the table. Yeah. That's the thing. Rachel did not like. There was no reason for her to get in this argument like this last night, but at the same time, it didn't hurt her, which is weird. But I do appreciate that she gave us at least some like something to watch on the feeds last night, because it was pretty bad up until then. But I have another part of this fight that they didn't show, which I feel like they should have.
It's okay, sweetie. Mommy will make you a sandwich later.
Like, why'd they leave that out? Is that they left so much of this out?
That could have been such a like a opening, or it'll be the opening line for the next episode. Like, whenever they're like go into the, have they done the, they haven't done the intros yet, have they?
No, we have not seen the actual like full theme yet. But you're right. Yeah, they may. Well, no, because they typically include what's like actually on the episode, right?
Oh.
I don't think. Did they ever reach into and grab a clip that they didn't show on the actual?
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe.
I feel like, but
I feel like Ava's gotten like every single one. But yes, please go back to Rachel.
I want to go back to what you were saying about these people not understanding how Rachel is played. Like, there's a reason why they don't understand. Is because there's only what, 4-ish actual fans of the show.
It seems like it. I question everything. I know Vince is
Lauren,
like the biggest fraud at this point. I know he claims so many things, but none of it.
He watches the
seems to be
feeds.
backed up. Yeah,
he watches the feeds apparently. But Lauren's a fan.
Adrian's
Rylie,
a fan.
Adrian, and Ashley.
Yeah. I think Ashley's a fan. Ashley's another person I question. Like, how big of a fan are you? But I don't remember what she said, honestly.
Which I need to get. We need to get to her later, cause
Ashley
later. But
oh yeah, there's so many things to talk about with so many people that it's ridiculous. But I did want to at least touch on the Zae and Rachel drama for a little bit, as short-lived as it was.
Yeah, and I also want to bring up what Big Brother Junkie said as well, is that nothing that Rachel has said was a lie.
No.
Which I don't know, especially Keanu. This is why I want to push him off a cliff. Because, like, he's over here and, like, even confirming with Vince about things that she said. And Vince is like, oh, yeah, she did do this. She did say not to put you up. And he's like, oh. So that means what she said about Zae wanting to target me might have been true too. No, she's lying. And then how he goes about not saying that she doesn't trust her, or that he doesn't not trust her, by saying, I mean, I think that you tell partial truths or something, whatever he says. But like, they don't understand Rachel, because even whenever Rachel played the show back then, she was always upfront. She was honest. She was loyal. Even if you annoyed her, unless you did something to slight her or something, then yeah, she was going to be against you. But that was her game.
Mm-hmm. She was also being targeted all the time.
Yeah.
Which I think is another thing that it's just funny to watch people view her as like, everything she says to me, she's just trying to get in my head, but I'm not going to let it happen. Which is like something I almost wish would have happened on 19, but it's like happening in cases where Rachel is being authentic to them and actually trying to like help their game. And it's so sad that it's just like, it's turned into this weird thing, especially with Keanu, where it's like they're having this code talk, which I don't understand Keanu's like weird passive aggressive talks that he keeps having with people like Jimmy and Rachel now, where it's just like, yeah, I trust you, but everything I say is in this concerned voice where I'm actually admitting I don't trust you at all. And it just doesn't help his case, and it's going to have him end up on the block because of it. And it's just frustrating, especially when it's Rachel. It's giving me like Nicole Anthony and Janelle, where it's like Janelle was trying so hard with Nicole Anthony for so long on that season. And Nicole Anthony's running back, just like Janelle thinks she can trick me and that she can play my game for me, like almost going into the house with this, conception of Janelle as like someone who thinks that they can have a leg up on me, which I admire, like going in with that state of mind as opposed to just blindly following, which I think all of them would have done in Tucker's case if he walked down the staircase. I think everyone can agree on that from what I've seen, because they don't shut up about it, especially Kelley. Oh my God. And she's not going to be able to because she just won the blockbuster. Whatever.
Just like Tucker.
But maybe Kelley is more that example of just like Nicole Anthony and Janelle, where it's just like, because she's even more to a degree of I will do everything if it means it is against Rachel, because I think that's what my character is supposed to do on the show. At least it seems to be what she thinks, or is in like her arc, now, like not knowing anything about the game. So, and maybe that's a way to go to talk about Kelley and maybe her. But I know we have Vince to talk about. We have so many things still. I don't even know where to transition at this point. Do you have anything more to say about Rachel before we move on to other things in the game?
Queen icon.
Mother.
I would rather Amy win HOH next and then Rachel do it after her.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Interesting. You don't want Rachel to have power right now, or what?
It's just, I feel like right after all that stuff, I'd feel like she needs to lie down for a little bit, like with Zae, and like keep on building her relationships and everything, and like do it that way. But
yeah, it would help if she could get one more guy out of the house this week. I would be sure if that person's Keanu, but
I mean, yeah.
But there are other people in this house that are going to be going after Rachel, which is a good thing, by the way. That's a good thing. We want that in a season with a returning player, especially one to the caliber of Rachel Rylie. And Rachel should want that too. Why would she not?
I mean, Keanu and Kelley, who's going to be listening to them?
I don't know.
Those are the only two people really gunning for Rachel, right?
For now, we are 1 week into the game. You forget that last week Jimmy was ready to target Rachel. That could come back. I know Jimmy like quickly pushed aside, like, oh, actually, I don't want to. I think I'll work with Rachel for a few weeks or something, which was weird. I don't know why that happened. But
yeah, I wish we had live feeds, because then we'd know.
Yeah. No, I don't think Rachel has a bunch of just solidified allies that are going to, take with her to the end. But I think she has people that are for now okay with her being in the game, at least as a vote from what it seems. But I don't take away any of these people's capabilities of taking out Rachel, which is a good thing, or at least wanting to. Even the bad players seem to want to take out Rachel at least.
So speaking of bad players, so Kelley. Barrett, your girl Kelley.
I picked her in my like bracketology thing, thinking that I was gonna make a mistake, but I think I get points for that, her winning that competition. So
also, we should do a segment because picks are due in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
so we can do that on here, who we're picking for the week. But
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should combine Vince and Kelley into one big beautiful segment here, because Vince, since they are final two. I just want to look at my notes too from just Vince and Kelley this week. First off, Vince,
Veli or Kintz.
I don't know. I like Valley better. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better about things. And so Vince was our HOH this week, finally released from his duties. I'm sure he is very thankful for that. Vince had to nominate a total of 4 people throughout the week. Not ideal as an HOH. One of them was his final 2, so he said, at least to Kelley, I don't believe that right now in present day that is who he thinks is his final 2. But he did that. Kelley might have Kelley still wouldn't have. No, Kelley would have gone home if it was her and Amy on the block. So Kelley nearly went home if she did not win that blockbuster, if Zae pulled it out. So let's talk about Vince, because he is now in the long line of like first HOHs in modern Big Brother who don't really seem to know what they're doing at any point. You have Frenchie, you have Daniel Durston, you have Rylie from 25, and then last year you have Angela. And then I feel like Vince fits in perfectly. I think if I were to attach Vince to another, first HOH in modern BB, it would be Daniel Durston. I can't really pinpoint why. I would just probably say that. But let's talk about Vince for a bit, and Kelley also as a part of this. How do we feel about them in this game? Because we have to see them for another week at least. How did you feel about Vince? How he talked to people? And you can throw in your thoughts about Kelley if you would like to as well. But Zach, you can go. No, Nick, you go first. I haven't heard you in a while.
Well, I was gonna say it's funny because I was thinking here about what I said about Vince in the last podcast about how I would showmance him and how I liked him
You
and
did say that.
yeah. And I so, he took off his hat and like yeah, he was still looking good, but like what he was doing was not good. And like it would
What he was
turn me
doing with
off.
the hat off, yeah.
Yeah, like it was just like it was too much, dude. And like I don't know, like he was too all over the place. Like but it wasn't as bad as like a Frenchie HOH obviously in my opinion, but it was like still really bad. And he obviously we found out he was a fraud with his whole like he's definitely not a fan. Um and like I don't know, I just feel like he's very like not a good player. And I don't think he's one of the people where I was like, there's 6 people that I cannot stand right now. He's one of them. And it's funny because he was my favorite guy going into the season and I'm already like over him. So yeah, major disappointment. He is my biggest fall from grace, I guess, from preseason already. I don't know what you want to call it, but like already majorly disappointed with Vince and whatever the hell he thinks he's doing in that house because it's not correct at all.
Yeah, I think Vince definitely would be on my short list for biggest flop compared to what we saw preseason or like kind of what we were prepared for at least. Zach, also, what are you doing when you pick
My
up that
bad.
mic? It feels like you're making like a drink at a bar or something.
It sounds like the
Sounds
Love
like
Island water bottle when they're talking in the mic.
Got your
Sounds
hide-
like...
got your-
Yeah.
like their protein drinks and they're just like shaking
Yes.
it on the feet all the time. But did you Vince was called out in his own HOH room by multiple people this week. I mean, we saw Ashley at the beginning of yesterday's episode just being like, this was a bad move, like immediately after nominations, just like going up to the HOH, just be like, you've made a mistake. Like, this is bad. And then also in the DR, just grilling him. But what do you think, Zach? How was Vince this week to you in your eyes as first HOHs go?
It's a good thing that he's unemployed. Or it's not a good thing that he's unemployed because he definitely needs to go see. He needs insurance because he needs to go to a chiropractor to find where his spine is because clearly he doesn't have one. I just don't. I don't know what this man was thinking. Like, just whenever I look at his face, it just screams clueless. Like not the movie, obviously, just the word.
That's all I could
And-
see is the movie Clueless.
Yeah. Like he is in the same position almost that Daniel was in the week after his HOH. As in, yeah, people aren't gonna target you like you didn't do much. Like anything that you did do was just like not great for you, but was good for other people's games. And the thing that is just annoying to me that I do not understand, especially when it's week 1 and whenever you see how much those two are vibing for them in the or on the feeds, why would you put up your quote unquote number 1 ally on the block when there is 16 other people, or 14, mind you, other people? I just don't understand the logic behind that. Like, I don't even... Has he even talked to, like, Adrian once? Like, well, no, they're in an alliance, I guess. I don't know. Like...
I mean, you could technically be in an alliance with someone and not talk to them still.
Oh, yeah, still. Like...
Yeah.
I just don't... Like... He's...
I'm gonna get you a stand. I swear.
Well,
you're
no.
over here, 10 feet away with the mic.
Well, because, like... Yes, he didn't... Obviously, Kelley is still here. And that's good. but he could have avoided the whole situation in general altogether, because everyone was saying, yeah, no one cares if you put Keanu up, like it's fine, like it's your game and stuff. And even people are coming to you like, I think putting up Kelley is going to be a bad idea. And he's just like, yeah, but I said I was going to do it.
So don't.
I'm going to give him again. So don't do it.
Like,
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've never really watched very rarely, at least, do I watch an HOH go up to their room, cry after nominating their final two, and then say out loud as they're crying into their final two, it's just tough because you're my final two. To them after you put them on the block. It's like, yeah, but you did that. You did that and you didn't have to. And that's the other thing for Vince. It's like, I didn't feel like he communicated with people well at any point. I did enjoy that he, at least in the diary room, as like Jimmy was coming up to him and be like, but Keanu, we can put Keanu up. Like, I get from his perspective if he's just like, I don't want to do the bidding of Jimmy right now and put up Keanu, another, vocal player in this house. So I do think that I can give him some room to be like, okay, I kind of understand. But he also didn't seem to stick up for himself in the moment at any point, which I feel like did himself a disservice to other people in the house too. And so I don't know where he goes forward. I think obviously he's got into enough alliances at this point. It didn't help that he just he nominated his final two, but then his other alliance member got evicted, was kind of how his week went. So I can't really sit here and say that it was the most brilliant week of all time for Vince, even if I am able to give him a little bit of leniency on some things. Either way, not a good advertisement this week to win the first HOH in modern Big Brother, it seems. So
it's just because they're stupid. And okay, we can give Vince all this, but Kelley, I'm not gonna let you slide by, girl.
Oh, we found our transition to Kelley. I like it, because Big Bro Junkie did say, we know now Vince and Kelley will say that this move was genius, which absolutely they will. That's a great point. Absolutely, they're going to.
Kelley, I do not understand her logic in this. This isn't Survivor or something where you risk your vote or something. She says, this is going to be a big risk, but the reward could be even bigger. You know what a big reward is? Not being on the block and being guaranteed that you're not going to get voted for, because you know who can't get evicted on eviction night? Someone not on the block. That's the big reward in my mind.
well, they didn't even get the reward.
Well, but the reward, the reward, Nick, was that they're going to go undetected as a duo, Vince and Kelley, even though they hung out all week. But they hung out like all the time, all week. It's like, okay, I don't think you're confusing. Also, you formed an alliance with another person you put on the block. So what are you talking about? Right. For a guy who's like, we're going to keep this a secret now, you got very comfortable aligning with the people that you nominated while also serving to be like, I put up a front that this person hates you. So I don't get that. Like, that if that was the reward, it is no longer the reward. I'm sorry.
No. And at the end of the day, Amy's still in the house. So like, what did this accomplish?
Right.
Nothing. Like,
no, it is stupid. But let's talk about Kelley, because Kelley is in this house, and Kelley is in this house at least for another 7 days, which I didn't know if that was going to happen by the time that the feeds came on. Kelley was having a tough time this week. Definitely, I would say the social outcast of the group, which we can see that at times. We've seen that in the past first weeks. Of course, the first person I thought of was Joey Van Pelt, watching Kelley get the segment where, she's just going around saying interesting things to everybody, and they're not
the
vibing
liberal.
with it. Yeah. Oh, the South Dakotan this time, the pilot.
The pilot.
Yeah. And so I want to see if I can find that segment, but I did just I did put what the things were that they included. It was talking to Zach about his $10,000 and bringing it up, and Zach in the diary room being like, Kelley, stop, please. I don't need you bringing this up for me. At one point, she was like on the ground talking to Rylie and Katherine, I think. I don't remember what the context was. I'll have to watch the episode again. But she even had Rylie saying, "What the fuck?" And then she was calling out people for fake alliances in the backyard, and Keanu had to be like, "Why are you saying that? Like, why are you saying that?" Right? Which is like, I've never seen panic like that. It's like someone who was not really even aligned with the person talking. She's like, "Why are you doing this in general, like to anybody?"
Is this like a healthy Raven?
I don't know, maybe. And then she also like had that moment with Jimmy and Keanu that I forgot about, where she's like, "I was so stressed." Glad she'll squash your beef. It's like, what are you talking? So,
and then she says this while she's wearing the freaking cow bikini.
No. So, I mean, I guess my question to you is, and I'm sure you were expecting this, is Kelley the secret mastermind of the season? Is it all part of her grand plan? Nick says no. Zach, what do you say?
No, I'm worried about her. You know why? It's only been 7 days and she's forgotten her boyfriend's face.
But that is a good point for her.
God.
She does have aphantasia, so she does forget the faces of her loved ones. Nick, I want to know, why do you not believe that Kelley can win Big Brother 27?
Well, can I ask, is that a real thing? I sound so ignorant asking that. Is that a real thing?
No one said it wasn't, and I didn't
Aren't
look
you a
it up.
psychologist or something?
What does that have to do with that? Like, that means I know what happens when people close their eyes. Like, I don't know. Because it was
Sunday morning has it.
Well, if it's a
Oh,
real
sorry.
thing, I'm sorry. But at the time, it was kind of giving Raven to me when I was watching it, because I was like, what are we doing right now? I was like, why are we talking about this? Like, this has it was just so, like, I don't know. But whatchamacallit, my point with Kelley, away from all of that, right? I called her the opposite of Tucker this morning. Or not this morning, but earlier to you guys. Remember, I said it in our group chat. I was like, Kelley is the reverse Tucker, the opposite of Tucker, whatever my
How'd that
wording was.
age? How'd that age?
And
Yeah.
I think it aged well, because she literally was gonna go home if she like didn't win the thing. And is she even like aware of that? Number one, and number two,
I don't think so.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Right.
not. No.
Right.
It felt
And
like she
then-
didn't even factor that in.
No, and then she's also like, she
this-
wants to
we
be
vote now?
Tucker so bad. Girl, Tucker didn't even make the jury. Like, what do you mean you want to be Tucker? And I don't, no offense either, but I don't think Kelley has like she did just win, so prove me wrong, girl. But I really don't think, please, oh my God.
I like puzzles.
She likes crowns.
Wow.
Also,
I don't know. I don't think she's Tucker, and she thinks she's Tucker, and she's gonna be gassed the hell up. Like, she thinks I don't know. I heard her on like the live feeds the other day, and she was like, I know the fans are gonna like love me. Girl,
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
You bring up a lot of
Like-
that brings up another slight point that I am getting tired of with this cast. Maybe that's just early feeds
The
that
fans will
I
like
forgot
me.
about. Yeah, it was a lot of that. So I agree with you, Nick, believe it or not. I know I was keeping my opinion to myself for a second. I also don't think Kelley is long for this game, unless it's in a sense of just like, why would we get rid of Kelley? So if Kelley has an arc where she like actually like picks up this game and goes crazy and is like almost a Tucker, not that Tucker knew this game brilliantly. Let me get that out there. Not that
Yeah.
Tucker went in there like, I understand strategically from every angle what I'm doing. So,
He's
but
just like,
if
I
Kelley
wanna
wants to just
win.
do like, I just want to see what sticks, then that's fine too. But watching Kelley this week, one thing I forgot to mention was Amy calling Vince putting up Kelley a weenie move in tonight's
This is why-
episode.
Veenie the weenie.
Yeah. But yeah, Kelley winning this competition tonight and then just like nonstop talking through the scrambling was so funny to me. Everyone was going around and she was just like, I just want to keep talking about this competition that I just
can't
won.
believe I won.
Like it was going on for so long that I was like, does Kelley know what's about to, like, it took Vince almost like pulling her in to be like, here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
she's literally like, oh, I get to go in the diary room.
she voted first too, so she went straight from talking. I don't think she got to talk to anybody besides Vince about the vote.
She's like, I vote to evict Rachel.
Yeah.
Kelley, Rachel is not eligible.
One other thing, like after the tonight we saw the aftermath of the veto ceremony, which we haven't talked about, where Kelley was crying and after being put up on the block and goes upstairs. And another thing about Vince, he walked up there and saw Kelley, and the first thing that he says, or the first thing that he asked, was if her crying was fake or not. And I was like, why are you so bad at this? Like, why is that the first thing that you ask a person? And of course, Kelley wasn't like fake. Like Kelley was actually crying, as she had like a couple of other times, even talking about going on the block, which is even more mind blowing for her to not put up more of a fight to not go up, as opposed to just being resignated for it.
Didn't Vince tell Amy, whenever she was crying, oh, no, don't.
Yeah, don't do that. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't cry, please. Don't cry in front of Vince. He will not help.
So no wonder Roxy's hasn't started watching. I feel like there's been more crying in this season than there has been in the past 5.
There's been a lot. Yeah, I know some people were already clowning Zach for shedding a tear for poor Zay, his bro Zay.
They've only known
Oh
each other
my
for
God.
7 days.
Literally relax. Like it's
He's
one
not
thing to me if it's like a potential, like, okay, I'm trying to justify Mackenzie crying when Matt left last season, but it
There's no
happens
justification.
sometimes, right? It happens sometimes, but he was like bawling his eyes out. I was like, oh my God, he is literally leaving the house. It's not the end of the world. Like it's okay. You will see
Like,
each other again.
Mhm.
Like
they're giving freaking Jesse's cult a run for his money. Like, the guy Zay was an idiot. Okay, we're just gonna put that out there. He's not dead. He is still very much alive.
No, I mean that's what Jameson said. He's not dead, but Caleb says that's actually the new BB twist. Is that Zay is actually gone.
We'll take them and execute them. I know you don't get that, but
Julie says that on stage with Zay. As
you'll be
in the
taken
good
and
nights.
executed.
Yeah. But I guess a little note before I forget that Julie even did this. She did reveal a bunch of stuff, so we don't have to worry about a battle back.
thank
Another
God.
BB that we have to.
We're gonna have
hashtag.
Zombie Week instead.
Oh, but they just know they have all the knowledge that Julie gave them.
Well, no, a
It's
Zombie
like,
Week.
Oh no.
A Zombie Week right after a double eviction.
Yeah, well, that's another good point. We'll have to do a triple or a double at some point, or an extra one at least, just because of how slow this game is going to be otherwise.
Well, something else to note about Julie. Did y'all watch her Sharon Tharp interview?
I saw where people were like, Showergate was edited. She was actually 30 minutes. I know y'all talked about that, but
Yes,
that's the only part that I had read.
Julie confirmed it was only 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I think it was Sunday morning you asked earlier. I had meant to make a note of the Showergate thing, how it was edited. Which I mean, we had talked about, like, maybe it could not have been a 2-hour shower. It could have been a number of things going on. So like,
According to Nick, Katherine can do no wrong.
yeah, this
She
is verbatim from Nick.
She can't.
I will
All
say,
I'm saying is that it looked sus as hell probably for her to be in that room for 2 hours.
yes. And then on top of that, we saw another moment where they were trying to do a ceremony and she was in the shower again on last night's episode.
They
Okay.
did that on purpose.
I was about to say, like,
Exactly.
I feel like that was like, we are
They were
going
like,
to do Ashley Turner.
guys, she's in the shower. We got to call for the meeting now. Like, it like literally went down.
Did you see my
exactly.
tweet?
Yeah.
No.
Oh wait, no, Barrett wouldn't know this. I made a tweet about this, and everyone's just like, they make multiple announcements and all this stuff, and I'm like, yo, they did that on purpose. And I said, y'all do know the producers decide when the veto draw happens, right? They intentionally waited till Ashley was in the middle of his shower to do this. I hate it here. Oh, and Ashley cried too.
Yeah. There's a lot of cries. A lot of cries to be had on this season, which I mean, I'll keep taking. I know everyone's just like, why? But I will that means something's happening. Well, I hope it's like for game reasons. Let me specify. I want everyone to hurt in this game. Okay, who do we want to talk about next? And I don't want to overlook
The idiot. The other dumb, the other half of Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, I'm gonna assume you mean Keanu. But we can talk about Keanu, which I think also Keanu might be the winner of the person I'm most disappointed at after watching on the feeds for a few days
He's up
award.
there too for me. Like
So-
him and Vince both. Like
Yeah, and it's not out of his inability to like play the game. It's not as if he is like a boring player to watch. It's just that, and you've seen it on the episodes so far. He's everywhere. He is everywhere all of the time, and wanting to talk game all of the time, and doing it to a point where it's annoying people. And
Yeah, like he's literally stalking Ava.
yeah, you saw a lot of Ava talking about that, and it was funny. Like first of all, Ava and Will's relationship, which I don't think we'll talk about a lot. I think it might be my favorite. Like, they're not going to make an episode maybe as a duo anytime soon, but I do love their kind
they
of
get to
duo,
final two.
how they talk to each other and how they hang out. I really like that. Yeah, until they're in final two, which would be iconic. But yeah, specifically,
believe
Ava being
no
done with
one-
Keanu's funny.
Can you believe that no one saw us coming? Even the editors?
Nobody. But let's talk about Keanu, and I'll find maybe I can find some clips of Keanu last night, especially because the only thing I saw Keanu last night was after the Zay Rachel fight when they were in the backyard. Rachel was by the pool, and Keanu eventually came up to her,
Yes.
and he was like,
like,
"Rachel,
what was
that
this?"
was wildly unnecessary."
Yeah, and it's just like, what are you doing? Why are you here?
What happened was wildly unnecessary,
she
Rachel.
was like, what was wildly unnecessary? I was
Him yelling at me?
Yeah. And then and I feel like the other thing to talk about with Keanu, which I'll let y'all expand on this in a second, is just, of course, his relationship with Jimmy, or I guess rivalry with Jimmy, which has happened. They've had multiple times now, and we still haven't talked about the veto fight. They've had multiple times, though, where they've had like a conversation and they were lying to each other the whole time about everything, and nothing was solved. And then it just like they just ended the conversation, which I don't know if Keanu was more tricked by Jimmy or Jimmy more tricked by Keanu out of these things. I'm assuming it was Keanu more tricked by Jimmy, considering Jimmy's still like, I'm kind of, this is I need him out of here, whereas Keanu was going around to people seemingly more okay with Jimmy, but I don't know. But Keanu more specifically right now, what happened there?
From my perspective, or I guess from what I remember, Keanu woke up and called Jimmy and Morgan, I believe, and some other people snakes.
Morgan
And
for sure,
then-
because Morgan hasn't stopped talking about that.
Yes.
Jimmy also,
Yeah.
because we saw in the episode at
Yes.
least, which is like my favorite Ava moment, is when Keanu is like, Jimmy's the head of the snake, and she goes, "Oh, damn!" Like, it was the best Ava moment so far, and I think I even have that. But yes, continue.
Well, right. So he went and he called them snakes, which caught them off guard when it got back to them, and then it caused Jimmy to kind of spiral. And all day long, he was reciting that speech that was not the best idea to do at the veto meeting.
Yeah.
And then, but on Keanu's part, right? Like I don't know why he called them snakes exactly. I don't remember what his like reasoning was for all of that stuff, but like that was just like straight up messy. And then later on in the week, right, when like you have the whole renom situation, that was when that was going on, and everyone was like, well, put up Keanu then, right? And Rachel was pushing for him to not go on the block, and then now he's like not cool with Rachel, which is like really dumb on his part too. So I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. My favorite Keanu moment though this whole week was when he walked in on the room, and like it was Vince and Rylie talking in there and somebody else. And he was like, oh, like I just need a minute. Or Vince was like, we need a minute or something. I need to talk to I think it was Katherine. He was like, I need to talk to Katherine about something. And he was like, with Rylie in here? And it was like really awkward.
Oh yeah,
Um
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too.
yeah. But I just feel like Keanu has like no idea what the hell he's doing. And then didn't he also try to, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but I'm just getting all my thoughts out about him. Didn't he also like try to like form a like massive alliance as well?
10 people. 10 people.
Yeah,
He wanted
10
at least 10
people.
people.
Yes.
He was doing the most.
Like, what are we doing? Everything
just like-
apparently. Like
Because he started I think there was a 5-person. Someone wanted to start alliance with him in it, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm good with these people, but can we add a few more?" And so we can get to 10. I don't know why 10.
Why
He's really
10?
that's. I don't know. He wants to.
10 is like more than half the house, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, then if you want a way to for sure control the votes by sheer math alone, how could it not work, Nick? Can't tell me that. I think this clip actually surmises Keanu's game pretty well, which is just one of many, or like at least multiple instances where he has tried to give somebody a hug and they just refuse, and he gets personally slighted by these lack of hugs his way.
I hate
Thank you.
Can we hug it out?
Fist pump.
Rachel, come on. Are you serious?
Double fist pump.
Why are you mad at me?
We can talk tomorrow.
Rachel. Oh my goodness.
Why are you mad at me? I don't know, Keanu.
because you're not telling the truth.
Maybe, yeah, that could be a reason.
Could be.
Also, I'm gonna
And-
pull up one of Big Bro Junkie's videos of Ava talking about Keanu.
Well, can I just say something?
If you're gonna throw, yes.
Remember
Can I
this.
just say something? I'm the lowest totem pole in that group. Well, I'm not exactly the head honcho of yours either. God, this dumbass bitch. The fuck? Fuck this look like to you? You think you're coming to me trying to explain a game to me? Bitch, you've seen 2 fucking seasons. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't even know if you've seen 2 seasons, maybe 2 episodes.
Is that
I know
Vince
that's not
saying
Vince
that? Yeah, I
talking
think
about
that was
that.
Vince saying
I
that.
know, like, come on. And, like, no offense, Loki Ava, too. Love her, but okay,
Yeah.
girl.
Oh yeah.
How many seasons have you watched?
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but like a lot of these people look like if 2 house guests had a kid together. Like Jimmy looks like if Memphis and Cody had a kid.
What?
Ava looks like Sarah Beth and Brittany had a kid.
Which one?
Brittany Hoops.
Wait, who?
Brittany from 24.
Oh,
Yeah, your girl Hoops.
there's a lot of Britneys. There's actually an astounding amount of Britneys that have been on the show.
Not Brittini.
Yeah.
Katherine looks like if Alyssa and Kat had a kid.
I regret pulling up this chart so much, so much.
Kelley looks like if Sam and Frenchie.
Okay.
No.
What? Okay, let's relax. We're getting too much.
Sam.
Caleb's right. Rylie looks like Brad Pitt. Don't you forget it.
Rylie looks like.
Brad, oh boy.
No, that was a
I do think
comparison.
that there is
by-
a lot of people that do look a little bit alike past house guests, if I'm being honest with you. But Yeah. Like
I mean, could that be literally just down to the fact that they cast very similar like just types
Yeah,
every year, or
that's
this
what
could
I
be
think
the
it
new
could be, too.
formula?
Yeah, like Rachel looks like a girl from BB12. Her name was also Rachel.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Zach, and Colton does too. Catherine's more like I remember. Yeah, someone said Christmas for Catherine.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
mean
remember
Halloween?
that. It may have been.
Not
It may have been you,
Rylie
Colton.
looks like handsome Sid the Sloth.
Oh my God! Stop.
We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. We got to get out. Okay. On my on my topics.
Someone also said that Kelley looks like the girl from Recess with the glasses.
Oh, I don't remember her name.
Oh my gosh. I think it's like Beth. Rebecca.
I don't know.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, but I'm gonna start talking about
Phoebe?
Jim. Can I start talking about Jimmy if that's okay?
Yes.
All right. We haven't talked about Jimmy at all. Jimmy has been, I think, one, if not the star of the show, one of the stars of the show this week, as we've seen him seemingly
Gretchen.
nonstop game around every corner. What?
Gretchen.
Oh, gotcha. Gretchen. Did you know Recess took place in Arkansas? Sorry to go back to
did.
Recess. Yeah, that's crazy. Didn't know that until like fairly recently. Anyway.
Thank you, Caleb. Caleb also said it.
Jimmy had a big blow up at the veto ceremony this week, which is becoming, I guess, just regular. We should always be ready for this in Big Brother now, at least in the past 2 seasons. I guess we should also be ready for the veto to be used. I know this time it was due to someone on the block winning the veto, which wasn't as exciting as maybe we got a few times last year, where it was either, used from someone not on the block or used from someone on the block against someone else who was also on the block and not themselves. So, still nice to have. Jimmy, of course, rehearsed this blow up at the veto ceremony, and I do want to pull up clips, but I know Nick had an interesting opinion on the veto ceremony, and maybe Jimmy. I don't know yet. Nick, is this where your hot take that you said you had comes into play, or is that?
No, it's actually not.
Oh, okay. So, just tell me how you feel about Jimmy after watching him for a week. Zach, you get your time, I promise.
No, Jimmy is his ex.
Jimmy's my ex.
Where did that come from? And Nick, please keep talking.
Anyways, I think that Jimmy is like, so to me, this cast clearly was shown 26 in Sequester. And to me, Jimmy saw, I know, shocker, right? Jimmy must have seen, obviously Kelley saw how Tucker was too, but Jimmy is also kind of like a wannabe Tucker to me as well. And I feel like he came into that veto ceremony being like, I need to be like doing all of the antics like Tucker was last season. So that's like my thing with Jesus Christ, it was calls him Tucker. Wow. That's my thing with Jimmy. I think he's just like, I don't know, it's like it gives like, I don't want to say attention whore, because that's like not what it's giving. It's giving like, I want camera time, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like weird to me. He had that like weird little thing with Rachel too in like one of the rooms where they were like arguing over her outfit. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. And he was like making weird comments towards her. I guess pick me is a good way of explaining it. But
Yeah.
I could try to find it if you don't know what I'm talking about, Barrett.
I
but
don't
it
know what you're
was-
talking about. I'm trying to find an apt Jimmy clip that's not just
I thought it was
his veto
cringy
ceremony.
too, Shy Boy. I thought it was kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie. The whole like, the only thing fake about me are these glasses, and then throwing them. It was
These knockoff
giving
designer
when
glasses.
Reagan was like, the only thing fake about you, or whatever the quote is. That's what it was giving. It was like, we're trying to like get like one liner. I don't know. I
only real
was
thing
not
about you
a
are the
fan. I
pimples
didn't
on
like
your
that it had to be
chin.
rehearsed. It wasn't authentic to me. And I also think his mouth is going to get him into a lot of trouble this season. I'm very glad that he voted the way he did, because I was a little nervous that he was going to side with the guys after all of that. But I really was not. I'm like really not that high on Jimmy. I'm really not.
Interesting take on Jimmy. Zach, do you agree? Disagree?
I mean, we need more messy people like this. A little less rehearsing. But then again, Angela's speech was rehearsed too. So, I mean, that was good TV. I don't know. I mean, I feel like house guests are just like, I feel like a lot of them just feel like they want their moment, but they don't want to mess it up, so they think it in their head, and then they like to think about it out loud. And it's just like, just do it. Like Rachel, I mean, obviously Rachel had one-liners. Don't get me wrong, but like, what happened to Rachel? You're so beautiful. Maggie, you're such a bitch. Like, come on, that was iconic. Do you think Janelle came up with that? Like, just, I need to say this because this is gonna be iconic.
Are y'all officially BB old heads now? For being like, I don't like the new veto and let's fight at every veto. I don't like the rehearsing the lines.
It's not that. It's like, but like, to me, what does that do for Jimmy? You calling out Keanu, and now Keanu's HOH next round and you're on the block. It does nothing. Like, that's where I'm like, it's not the time to do that. It was not like you're not even in power. Like, it has, like, Keanu's not on the block. Like, there's nothing that is being gained from that other than you putting attention on yourself. It's just, it was dumb. Like, no, it was so stupid.
It's not good TV either. So
it wasn't good TV. It was fake. It was giving fake because he had to say it 100 times before he actually had to go up and do it.
Yeah. Did Keanu actually win with the line, how long did it take for you to come up with that? Which, I thought it was a great moment. Like, I didn't know Keanu even said anything. So the fact that they cut to him and he was just like so disappointed and just like, how long did it take for you to come up? Like, it felt so sincere too, the way he was saying it, that I was like, okay, that was kind of funny.
I sent you the other clip that I was talking about too, Barrett, after.
Okay, yeah.
You're done with this.
Let's watch Jimmy again.
Wait. Before we get up, I want to say something real quick.
Let me cut.
Keanu, I thought we had a great chat yesterday. I thought we shook each other's hands, said I trusted you. Honestly, you were completely off my radar, and I felt good about you. But to hear you going around the house, advocating for me to be up on that block this week, and calling me a snake is absolute bull. And I want everyone to hear, are these damn sunglasses.
Oh, I missed the line.
You say I'm a snake, and the only thing fake about me are these damn sunglasses.
Okay.
I'm sick of it. I want everyone to hear me loud and clear. I am gunning for you. So buckle up, buddy, because this snake has a bite. That's it.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
Doesn't it sit?
Well, okay.
How long did it take for you to come up with that?
Oh yeah, what I just talked about.
That's all I have to say.
I think Kelley goes to cry.
Yeah. Fake cry. What do you mean? It was fake.
Like, it was all just fake. All of that was fake to me.
Kelly's cry actually was the realest thing about the moment, I think. But yeah, it was tough as someone who watched Jimmy rehearse that for quite a while.
Yeah.
To see exactly that, even though and you're right, Nick. It feels earned when it makes a lot more sense for you to do it, and this veto ceremony had absolutely nothing to do with Jimmy or Keanu.
That's what I mean. It's just like, it was like they closed the box and it's just like, actually no, I didn't get screen time. It's just like not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And like, I don't
It reminds
know.
me whenever
I get why
Mackenzie
people
played
like
her.
Jimmy, but no.
It reminds me whenever Mackenzie played her America's Veto. Like, no one cares.
Shut up. Why are you bringing her into this?
Actually, it's
yeah, actually, it's not.
Because it wasn't, and she ate. Like, she actually ate with that. So
that was the last time she used her brain the whole season. Yeah.
I do want Jimmy to keep looking for, to be entertaining as a player, but I would rather it be when it makes sense for him, especially if you're someone who's rooting for Jimmy. It's got to be frustrating to be like, you're going out of your way to do this, kind of like Rachel, going out of her way to really start this fight with Zay, which may benefit her long term, probably not, because why would it? Why would this benefit Jimmy at all either right now when it didn't make sense to do it? So
I did like him and Rachel going at each other a little bit. It was all in fun, but it was funny because he was just talking about her clothes, and she was talking about him, and it was funny, and it was, you know, actually good. And
I'm just nodding like yes, because well, it's like literally in my inbox. It's like, yeah, that would have been a good moment to watch, wouldn't it have been? Anyway, here it is.
Ava finally changed her hat too. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Get your words
15
out.
years of being on a fucking
you know
show.
What I see? You know what I see right
from
now?
Better.
I love watching the buffering sign over your head.
Okay, you know
right
what?
Now.
No, I don't. I can't.
The embarrassment in your face really matches your hair tone. It's really cute, though.
Oh,
no, but honestly, that does look like something Adler would make in art class. And you would wear it because obviously your kid made it. I thought it was what it was at first, so I'm sorry if I crossed that line. Adler, your shirt is really cute. And I'm sure your art teacher's so proud of you.
Okay.
Okay, I want to see it styled.
You are literally, you try to come over here and mess with me and come at me because you want to be the star of the show.
Okay, simmer down.
When I'm the actual queen.
You are the queen. You are the queen.
Yeah.
I like this. We can workshop that a little bit, though. I think this is a good jumping off point, honestly. Let's bottle this energy and remember it for later.
I'm just not as witty as you are.
I know, but we can help. I can work with you on that one.
That's great.
Oh, I thought that was Matt for a second.
Oh yeah, scary,
Girl,
isn't
it is. It's a jump scare. Like,
I want to find
one jump scare.
There's one more Jimmy clip when he finds out that about Rachel's beheading line that we saw in tonight's episode.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Me neither.
Because he was asleep, so he didn't get to see it.
And he's like, I had stuff prepared too.
Oh my god!
Did we talk about like, at least come at me whenever I'm in a gown?
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, and
She's so mad that like the fight started after she got changed.
I know. Yeah, she really missed out. Where in the world is Jimmy finding out about Rachel's fight? He was so mad. Oh, well, maybe I won't find it right now. Or maybe I just found it. I did. Congratulations, everybody. I did.
Jimmy, you're not abreast to all the happenings in the house?
What happened?
Really?
Yeah, I went to bed early.
Oh.
There's nothing happened.
Oh my god. You really don't know.
If y'all can hear this well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got a huge fight with Ray. Like a huge, like...
You did? Like TV huge?
Like TV huge.
You're not talking with me.
Like TV huge was his
He
first
yelled across the
question.
balcony, as long as I'm in this house, you won't be the first two-time Big Brother winner. And you know that's not going to fly with me.
Are you talking with me?
No. There's a huge...
Holiday.
You must have been passed out like a baby. As a matter of fact, I was quite sad that you missed it.
So how did you respond?
So first I told him he needs a mommy because he's acting like a child. Yes. Then I did say, do you need mommy to go make you a sandwich? And then I did continue to say, do you need your milk tea? And then I did continue to say, maybe some calamine tea and, some other things.
This really all happened last night.
Oh, all last night. Then he got even more mad. Came downstairs, started getting in my face, like face to face. And then I stormed down the stairs and I said, if you're going to come at me, at least wait until I'm in a gown, which was very good. I know, very iconic.
Put on your microphone. I know.
I do love this relationship though, and I loved how it started with Jimmy being like, "I've got to get her out," and by one episode later, seemingly that was erased, and now I have to work with her. Not really.
Not even
that,
one episode. The feeds opened up to them.
The first game conversation we did get to see on the feeds was Jimmy and Rachel talking. Yeah,
and Jimmy telling. I think Jimmy told her, or they were talking about the heavy hitters.
Yeah, back when that was a thing. That was fun, wasn't it? Maybe that's what we should talk about next, our alliances. Would that interest anybody? I know we could still talk about like Ashley doing things, whatever that is exactly. Adrian, not much to talk about yet exactly. Katherine, we could talk about her and Rylie. We could talk more about, Lauren, I feel like there's a lot of good things to say. Morgan is an interesting character to watch. Will has also been very interesting. Will found his starting 5. Maybe we should talk about that in the alliances. Will somehow found his starting 5, which is amazing. Remember when we talked about that? That was his like alliance idea, was to get his starting 5 of people. He actually found 5 people. I don't think he meant to do that way, but I'll just pull up the alliance chart. But we didn't have a lot of, I don't know, do you feel a lack of alliances forming compared to week 1s, or at least like offshoot duos and trios like we usually see? It seemed like a lot of the things that were started maybe either are already disbanded, like in the case of the heavy hitters largely, and maybe even to the Burger Boys, or at least they've taken a hit, you know? So did you feel a little bit different in the amount of alliances you saw accumulate as the week went along?
Yes. I feel like I had trouble keeping up because I always struggle with week 1 because there's so many people and so many names and so many groups and so many people and everyone wants to work with everyone and I don't know what the fuck is going on. But it didn't feel as insane this season for some reason for me.
Yeah,
where I'm like, okay, I feel like it's not, I don't know. It still is a lot because like you're saying like, oh, like they're in an alliance, and I'm like, they are, and it's like I don't know like a lot of the times like down to the nitty gritty who's with who.
Shout out to Big Bro Junkie.
Right, I'm stealing Big Bro Junkies immediately for this alliance chart. But if we look here, and I totally agree with you, Nick, by the way, I'm not ignoring how much you're talking about those alliances, but yeah, it was weird watching them form. It seemed like a lot of people were a bit hesitant. In ways that I haven't seen in the past. It seems like, and it was that way with the vote. And I don't know if that's just a lack of a lot of people knowing the show to the extent that maybe we thought they did going into this game. But I think a lot of it was interesting to like very consistently hear people be like, when it came to the vote, oh, I don't know where I'm voting, or just specifically say, I'm not going to vote for you to stay. Like very blunt about it, in ways that I haven't seen people do before, or at least recently in Big Brother. And then furthermore, people kind of rejecting working with people a lot easier than I'm kind of used to seeing. So an interesting cast to watch fail to really solidify things this week, but also still come together and make some interesting alliances, to say the least. So we'll look through these real quick. Obviously, we talked about the Burger Boys a lot. It's in the upper left corner. You have Zae, Zach, Vince, Rylie, and Will. Zae is now gone. We'll see if that 4-person alliance now, the 4 Burger Boys, will continue, or if they'll kind of just forget that it existed entirely. I mean, you have 3 of them in the Bond, which was formed last night as well. What?
Wait.
I can't.
I need to see how much time we have left for bracketology.
You only have so much time. I see that we got a notification, though. The Bond, though, I was going to mention, has Adrian, Zach, Vince, Will, Ava, and Lauren. That's what I was talking about with Will's starting 5. Of course, there's Triple Threat, which we saw in earlier episodes, which is Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey. And then we have, other than that, we have heavy hitters, of course, at the bottom right corner, which is kind of very loosely together, not at all anymore, I would say. But also with the triplets of Rachel, Jimmy, and Vince, I wouldn't say much for that anymore either. But anyway, let's talk about our alliances. Who is your favorite pairing, if you can have one, in this game so far, or duo or alliance as a whole? Do you have one? Do you hate them all? I know there was a lot of like, I'm ready for a lot of these house guests to leave the house. So if you're not a fan of an alliance of these house guests, I would understand. Any names? Vince?
I absolutely hate the Burger Boys. I think that is the assemblant of all of the people that I absolutely cannot stand on the cast. So that crew, cannot stand them.
I heard you have a Burger Boys tattoo.
No, never. If you want to know my favorite,
I do.
It's gonna be like to no surprise.
Lauren
But-
and Katherine.
Of course. They were in the power. They were in the power seat, and to an extent. And this is gonna be my hot take, Barrett.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Katherine, low key, is why Zay got out of the house, in my opinion. Because if Katherine wasn't on board with it, Lauren and Rylie would not have voted that way. But because Katherine was on board with it, Lauren and Rylie voted that way, and Katherine saved the season.
Yeah, me and Zach were literally talking about that beforehand because I had forgotten for a second that like that Katherine was even like flip-floppy. And then yeah, me and Zach had talked about them like, oh yeah, well I guess if Rylie was being on board made Katherine on board, and then I completely forgot about Lauren as well. Just because there's so many scenarios I feel like going into tonight and all of them were close and I could not keep track of them.
Scenarios.
But you're exactly right, Nick. If Rylie doesn't do it as a member of the Burger Boys, then Katherine doesn't follow suit. And we saw her briefly tonight, you know, as they're walking through scrambling, be like, I'm worried. That was like one of the few things I remember hearing from Katherine. Or I'll do it, but I'm worried. And so yeah, that was cool. So yeah, we have didn't think this vote would come down to us like needing to be like, oh my God, Rylie, you did that. Or at least we're like a part of it. But you know, he did do that. So
I will say, much to my dismay, I mean, because I don't want him to be here for long, I feel like the person that is the most insulated in anything is Zach. Like, Zach is in almost everything.
Right.
He has connections with everyone.
I feel like we need this bigger. Yes.
I feel like Vince too. If I'm looking at the chart, I see Vince's
Well, I feel
face like everywhere.
Well, I feel like that's only because he was HOH, and now it's like, and then someone who is in a good position because of just because everyone likes her and likes her vibe is Ava. Like, everyone is talking about how much they like her, how they thought they weren't gonna like her, but she's been growing on them.
Yeah, she's coming out of her shell, and I'm very happy about that.
She's coming out of her hat.
I really like Ava.
Yeah.
I really, really like Ava. She's representing my neck of the woods. So
yeah, it
we
was
need to have her.
It was a bit worrisome to watch Ava. Like, it seemed like she was having a moment to herself. A lot of, I can't remember what day that was exactly, and so it was like, oh no, this is not going to be for Ava like we thought it might. Which we've seen that before for sure. And so it was good to see her kind of come out of her shell, especially it seemed like with Will. I really think Will has been a part of that for her. At least been someone that she's been at least earliest comfortable talking to. And so that's going to be really fun to watch develop. And if there's anyone to root for, I think of the alliances, I know they're both in the Bond together, which is a 6-person alliance that I don't know if I can get behind, mainly because I don't know how much I want to root for Vince after this week. Everyone,
I feel like there's just an alliance. Just to
it
make
could,
one.
yeah. It could be just a we're all here. Let's do it. Even though I know they planned it slightly. Will, though, as someone who needs a starting 5, maybe like, let's keep it together. Let's do it. He didn't get like the archetypes he was looking for, though. I will say he was looking for like there was a couple where he like fit the know-it-all and the people, the physical people who win the competitions, which he definitely has a couple of those. But then he wanted someone that was like as old as him, and so the next person that would have been
Vince.
Amy.
Oh.
Vince is not as old as him.
I meant like closest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. But yeah, nothing crazy to look at. I mean, I know this is a lot of people forming a lot of trios and duos, but I would say some of these are even like, at least some of the big ones are not even like something we can look at right now as working alliances anymore either. So
Also, something with the Bond too, because it's called the Bond because of secret agents or whatever.
Right.
And like,
oh, hello.
Oh,
gotta get us back.
Yeah. Now I don't even know what I was gonna say.
This is what got you.
Well, because they went through like the roles of who is who. Like they, or Ava did. Ava was like, Adrian's the hacker, and Vince is the evil guy or the villain turned good. And then she said that she was, or her or Lauren was like, were like the go-go girls or something. It was just
Yeah, her and they're the go-go girls was I think literally what she used. Which is funny. It's just like I mean that's not a bad title, I guess, but I would want something a little bit more like, oh, whoa, big brother, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna win the game. I'm also a part of the alliance. But Ava loves everything go-go and amazing, as she said in the first episode. So I can't blame her there either. Should we break off of the alliance chart and talk about Rylie and Katherine?
Yes.
All right. I definitely have those clips saved. So, for those who don't know, we don't have a solidified showmance in this game. And
what are you talking about? Lauren and Zach are literally making out.
God, I forgot. We haven't even talked about Laura and Zach. We haven't talked about the creeper that was walking through the house tonight. You know, the mastermind walking through the house while everyone was sleeping. Kind of, not really though. And then I did like this, right?
Showmances, yeah, you like the showmances all the time.
I saw this tweet which I thought was funny. That had to do with what I'll find. But Rylie and Katherine are getting closer as the game goes along, or Rylie has gotten more interested in Katherine as the game has gone along. And we could talk about Lauren and Zach in the showmance that is not there either, but they haven't really I don't really ever see them talk, so I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what's going on. Whereas Rylie and Katherine did talk yesterday. For a little bit. I've seen Rylie talk to Katherine on the feeds. It just, I mean, we know Riley's interested. We know Riley's interested.
Well, apparently.
But last night they talked for quite a bit. And go ahead, Zach.
He is willing. Wants her to win this game. He is going to throw his game away for her.
Yeah, that was basically the conversation. What happened?
And it's just like, dude, you've only known this girl for 7 days. Like, just imagine if they have a kid together. He's just not going to care. He's probably going to go on Survivor.
Yeah, that's another thing to bring up, Zach. Is like in this conversation with Katherine, he's talking a lot about, I will throw my game for you. I didn't expect to have these things happen to me. And like, breaking it up with just like, it's just like, is this too much? Is it like, and Kat's like, no. But it was, I know it was giving all of the Caleb Amber flashbacks for people, it seemed. So is that how you view it, Nick?
Is that how I view what? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. The Rylie Katherine situation. The comparisons to like Caleb and Amber from BB16 were all over. It seemed like as this was going on. So I just want to know, do you see it that way, or is it kind of is it better than that? Is it a little bit different?
I feel like Amber and Caleb was a lot. I don't know if we're at that level yet. I could see it getting there, but
I agree.
I mean, is Rylie gonna eat a pickle for Katherine? Like, how like serious are we talking here?
He basically said, no matter what you want to do, I'll do it too. It's her.
I mean,
so take from that what you will. If you want to call that eating a pickle as well, she just has to ask. Apparently.
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because I feel like I was shocked when Rylie voted the way he did, right? And I took that as like he really is like picking Katherine over the guys. And I think the guys were expecting the opposite. So I'm curious to see like what he does now with all of that, because it's kind of like, like, are you gonna lie? Like, are you gonna own up to it? Like, what are you gonna do, right? But I do think it doesn't, at least to me, it doesn't seem that Katherine is interested. And it does seem like Rylie is very much interested. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I feel like this might be a season where we might not get a showmance, but then I said that last season, and then all of a sudden Tucker and Rabina were magically in love like a couple weeks in. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I could definitely. We've also seen times where we're like, they're not interested in men, then they suddenly are, and we're like, oh, okay, well, I misread that, I guess. I don't feel that way with this situation, but I do wonder how Kat feels about it, because I think they're gonna show this on the next episode.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious, because Kat's someone that we haven't seen a lot of still, or
No.
heard a lot of, other than like Showergate, it seems. But I am interested to see how she feels about Rylie in terms of the game, and if she's going to use this to her advantage, or use it, or take the situation to be like, I would like Rylie out of the house right now. I mean, I feel like it could go either way.
Mhm.
And then I see also people messaging me, or messaging the chat, I should say. Let's watch this real quick, though.
A guy and a girl is in this game. Do you know how fucking strong that is?
I really trust you. I just think we need to be really smart about it, but I know you know that.
Absolutely.
So
And nobody, that's what I'm saying, nobody will ever fucking know.
I don't think so either.
You know? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna feel how I'm gonna feel, and you're just gonna have to accept that. Like, actually. But
No, it's just a little bit of it, but you get a good that's what happened.
I don't know. It's just like, I want to hear Catherine's thoughts, because if she's into it, girl, I hope you're not, but I hope that she plays him. That's what I want out of Katherine. I want Katherine to play the hell out of Rylie, because if he's gonna sit there and say that his only goal is to make sure she wins, girl, you better use the hell out of that man, because like, ain't nobody else in the house gonna do that for you. So
Yeah, I agree with that, but also if she is on Sunday's episode and is like, I need this guy out immediately, I'll also be like, okay, yeah, that also makes sense from what I saw.
and
Like,
like, I get it, you know, like if he does not make her comfortable, that is a completely different story, because yeah, I don't know what it's like to be in that house, trapped in that house, I should say, with somebody that you don't like,
yeah,
that likes you.
I
So,
can't. Yeah, I can't imagine either. That's got to be the hardest thing. But that is basically all I could say about, Riley's game right now, which is fascinating because it even goes into the vote tonight, because how he feels about Kat directly led to him voting out Zay, it seemed like, which is crazy. And Zay actually seemed shocked by Rylie voting him out tonight too. He'll be even more shocked when he finds out that Rylie was actually the reason he was voted out, if you really want to take those votes into account, like you brought up earlier.
yeah, that
And
was my
so-
hot take. I don't think Katherine is like some like undercover mastermind or anything like that. I think Katherine is somebody to watch out for, because
Mhm.
she's clearly good at forming bonds. She's a good social player from what we can see, right?
Yeah.
So, I want to see what else there is with her. But I got my eye on her. She's been my girl since preseason, as we all know.
Yes.
So I'm very impressed with her so far. And I'm sad that she's not getting a lot of airtime. I am glad that we got that little clip of her and Mickey, like when they were walking back from the whatever
Yeah.
room they were in tonight's episode. But Mickey's another person that we haven't talked about that I think is in, I don't know if you want to switch topics to her, but I feel like Mickey is somebody also to watch out for. Like,
Yeah.
she's definitely somebody that I'm like, ooh, girl, I could see her going real deep.
Mhm.
Like,
Definitely having a lot of those conversations with people about just trying to figure out the vote this week, which I think Mickey immensely for, at least like trying to guide people into figuring out what they want to do. And then it seemed like up until the vote, I couldn't get a sense of it's like she took a lot of charge, and then it seemed like she kind of backed away towards the end of the week.
yeah.
Which was interesting to watch. But aside from that, the fact that Mickey talked as much as she did about the vote and seemed to get to know people as well as she did and wasn't brought up really at all, it seemed, by anyone, which is a great sign. I think is great. But also, like, other than that, I can't really speak largely to Mickey other than that she's been a great person to have around and has seemed to find good reasons to, you know, get into conversations with people and get to know them, which is as much as you can ask for. And it's very similar to how I view I feel like a couple other people in the game right now, like Katherine or like Lauren, who are not specifically minus. Okay, I say that Lauren and Katherine did not do as much with the tallying votes and trying to push their agenda, especially Lauren. Lauren could not say what she wanted to do to save her life this week, which is fine, I guess. But they've all had a good ability of like mingling with people, and I feel like not playing up their target level to a really good degree, especially Lauren. Like, I feel like Lauren, not to like spoil who I would pick for an early winner pick, and I know I should probably not do that. Maybe I should pick someone that might get evicted next week since that's my track. So
really
maybe
bad
someone else can say
curse.
Lauren, but I would not rule out Lauren as a really good option if she was as intentional with being quiet this week as I think that she was, which is a good idea for her. And she knows exactly what she needs to pretend to be. And I know I switched this all to a Lauren conversation, but from Mickey, but I do think they're doing similarly good jobs in their social ranking in this house right now, which I very much appreciate from them, especially opposed to the other people who are not doing so well.
Yeah, I always feel like the formula to like going far in Big Brother is to be a presence the first week, but not one that's too much and not one that's too little. You just kind of want to like be there. You want to be having conversations with people, of course. You want to be talking game. You want to be involved in whatever is going on, but you also just don't want to be anywhere near the spotlight, I feel like. And both of them have done a really good job of doing exactly that, where they're like having game talks. They voted correctly despite it being a split vote, and like, you know, Lauren being like one of those people that the guys thought they had. It's like there's definitely like Lauren didn't even vote with Zach, so like there's definitely like a lot of good things there in my opinion, in terms of like winner potential for them. So I see it. I feel like they're doing exactly that. Oh, I was gonna say my winner pick, but we're not doing that right now.
No,
So
yeah, we still have to get a Zach Perez back, apparently.
yeah. But yeah, I think Mickey, like I said, is somebody that I can see going like super duper deep into the game.
Right.
And no one's even like looking at her at all, which is really good. And like I feel like that it kind of reminds me of like Brooklyn last season, but I also feel like Brooklyn like got I don't know. It was kind of like wrong place, wrong time, I guess, a little bit.
Wrong enemy, wrong time too. Yeah.
Right.
You picked,
Right.
There's some people who just picked very unfortunate enemies who would not stop thinking about them and could win everything.
Right.
So Brooklyn was one of those people. I kind of can see that comparison. I like watching Mickey play more than I like Brooklyn. Always seemed more aggressive, and like if I was in that game with her, I don't think I would have believed as much of what Brooklyn was saying to me as Mickey would. Also, one thing I didn't mention, Mickey did a great job, and maybe this is a good time to bring up Ashley, of reining back in Ashley, because there was this weird thing. It seemed like, and I did bring this up when we were talking about Zay, like that Amy, Ashley, and Kelley, it seemed like all had different times where they were like pushing to keep Zay while also on the block. It was really weird. Like, especially Ashley when she got off the block, of course, but like even Amy and Kelley were both just like, Zay's cool at times. And I was like, what are we, you're on the block with him. Like you're pushing to try to keep a guy around who you could be going against in a vote. And it just didn't make any sense. And then Ashley is another person, kind of like Katherine with her thoughts on Rylie. I want to know Ashley's thoughts on Zay almost after watching her defend him for multiple hours. In multiple conversations. So I don't want to know if she was putting up a front, because if she wasn't, I have more questions. But yeah, there was a lot going on there too. And Ashley's another one of those. It's like I don't know how disappointed I should be with you yet. We'll see.
I know when Ashley and Amy had that conversation in the storage room, where I think it was a storage room, and they were like, "Oh, keeping Zay here would be good because he would go after Rachel, and I was like, Rachel's with you.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think is going on the block with Rachel? Like, they has to fill up 3 spots. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I think Ashley has a really bad read on what's going on, and I think it's because she was the main target in the beginning of the week. You know, like she was
It
left
can
out of
happen,
like
yeah.
everything, right? And then she won the veto and now she's safe, and like everything else has happened since the shower gate. So it's like there's so many other reasons for people to, you know, want to do whatever now. But Ashley was kind of like the bullseye for like a couple days. And I feel
Yeah.
like that kind of really like tarnished her perception of like what's going on in the house, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zach's back. Zach, I can't remember what we talked about since you've left. I know
Yeah, I
you
heard
may have
you
left during
finishing up
Rylie.
Catherine
but
and Rylie. Yeah.
we're talking about Ashley now, and her.
We also talked about Mickey, and I
yeah,
agree
we were
with
talking
that.
about Mickey as well. So if you have any thoughts on any of those people that we brought up, but also just like right now, we were talking specifically about Ashley and her flip-floppiness on the vote and being kind of weird last night and needing to be reined back into what the vote was, and like pro Zay, anti-Rachel weirdly in conversations the day before the vote. So like what, and I know we were all high on Ashley is why I even want to bring this up, and I know a lot of people were high on Ashley, so it's just like, what happened here? I mean, should we be worried like we are with like Keanu?
No, the way I think about it is like, the way I think about it is that, think about Taylor whenever she won HOH. That was a hot mess. But she bounced back. She had a good social game, and she was able to do better her next time she got HOH. So maybe Ashley's just getting a hold of the game, just being like, oh my gosh, now I can actually play and I have all these options. I won POV, so I'm good now. And she's actually playing. Maybe just give it time. She'll be able to chill out, hopefully, because no one likes a wishy-washy person, especially Rachel. I see nothing. I see nothing but upside.
Okay.
I do agree with Lauren, though. Lauren is gonna go far. I don't see a reason why she would not, unless she gets screwed or something. But
yeah. Yeah, I mean, just watching Lauren this week, something horrible would have to happen for someone, I feel like, right now to just say Lauren must go on the block. Like, I don't know what would have to happen in order for Lauren to be in trouble. It just doesn't seem like that's the case. Whereas,
Vince
like,
would have to be HOH again.
it may have somehow. And then I was going to say, Lauren does make me... Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The one person that we didn't really talk about... is Zach so far, which I feel like there is a lot to say about Zach. Not you, Zach, but you know, Zach. Zach, who misspells his name. So Zach is someone that I'm pretty surprised by, and I hate that we've taken like an hour and 50 minutes to get to talking about him, but I literally think he's like good at this game, which I didn't expect him to be, how I thought he would be. But I want to know if y'all feel similarly, because I was pretty fascinated watching him navigate this house better than I thought he was going to, and maybe that was just because of Matt, and I am fully not for the whole Lauren is my you know,
soulmate.
Soulmate. I am here for Lauren. This is what I was meant to be here for. Yada yada yada. I'm not here for that. And I saw someone mention Morgan seems interested in Zach. I agree. I think she is.
She is.
But
Really?
we'll see if that works out. It just seems like she's always around. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe they could just be good allies too. I guess I'm comparing it to Lauren, and which he never talks to her, so maybe I'm being unfair, and maybe that's not actually. But
Lauren and
saw
Zach. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. This is nothing to do with that. I'm just
That's
saying.
okay.
I saw
Oh,
people
you
on
saw what?
Twitter. I saw people on Twitter shipping Morgan and Katherine.
interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I
They
have
just
any.
like give each
Is she
other
a gr-
like
is she
they
a gamey
just give
girl?
each other like looks when they like were like I don't know. It was like 2 clips, and there was like one where like Katherine was like talking about how she wanted to take a shower or something like that, and like
Yeah.
Morgan like looked at her, and I was like, oh.
I saw some.
Maybe?
I saw someone do AI Zach and Zay kissing in the hot tub.
Anyways, okay. So
but
Yeah, I was gonna talk more about Zach, but if Zach, you
No.
had things to say about Zach.
well, I just wanted to say, Zach and Lauren is giving Beast Mode Cowboy and Amber, and it needs to stop before it gets any further.
Okay.
Because there's gonna be a point where it's just not gonna be cute.
Okay, so you see Zach and Lauren as a Beast Mode Cowboy and Amber, and not Rylie and Katherine as Beast Mode Cowboy and Amber?
I feel like Catherine's like stringing him along on purpose.
Okay, so that's even more reason to be interested in what Katherine has to say on Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you think that. I'm not just worried about that. I think that could even be a storyline that goes away if Lauren continues to not really care about this at all.
Or Zach keeps on continuing to care.
That's
and-
that's the problem. It could happen. And I saw someone say that it doesn't seem like Zach is going to be handing back his $10,000 anytime soon. I agree. Other notes that I had on Zach is I love the way that he talked to Zay, like earlier in the week, where he was just like, honestly, bro, if I can make an alliance with you, dude, I would. Like he knew exactly how to talk to Zay. And if Zay, fell for that exactly, which was like, oh my God, great little moment by Zach. Let's see. I really liked, this was a little moment when Ashley was like trying to prod Zach for information. Zach had like the biggest poker face ever about, and he just kept starting off just by saying like, I'm so open and honest. Like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. Like, honestly, I just can't figure this out, which I'm like, I could tell that's his strategy, but he pulls it off with people fairly well. And also like, he just keeps getting pulled into everything. And that's really hard to do in the first week of Big Brother. It seems like everybody wants Zach to be in their alliance in some part.
Yeah,
of
they
it.
do. Everyone wants me to be in their alliance.
Right. I mean, whether it's Burger Boys or the Bond or just all of his little offshoot duos and trios that he's getting. So he's doing a pretty good job, and I didn't expect him to do a good job. And if we took away the Lauren segment where he seems to be more focused on her, I would say he's a really true competitor, but I'm not going to say that because that storyline still exists and I can't have hope for him to do well until then. But I do think I underestimated him a bit, I will admit.
And women can't win competitions, according to him and Zay. So,
oh yeah. That's take away the Lauren segment. I forgot about that, Zach. He had a weird rant about Amy, like just thinking that she could never win the blockbuster, and she was
last. She
Yeah.
was last in her in the veto competition. She had 2 correct.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, and so I don't appreciate Zach for those reasons. It could turn into, hopefully that isn't like a consistent case, especially if he gets power, not power hungry. If he gets a
HOH.
Yeah, if he just gets HOH in general, we see people go crazy when they have that title. So let's hope for that not to happen, because I think we're gonna be stuck with him until jury, I imagine.
I agree with Zach impressing me as well.
Okay,
I guess
cool.
because
Of course, I impress you.
Anyways, I feel like I said in the first podcast, I came in with him just being like Matt 2.0, and like that was like what I was expecting, just like Matt. And like I feel like he is kind of Matt 2.0, but he's like a better Matt. Like he wasn't first boot, and he actually like is playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah, he's obsessed with a girl. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But
that's the part that is very concerning. But I agree, Nick. Yeah, he's playing the game, and he has shown that multiple times this week, which there are people that I question get into a month in this game and have played it once. So I'll take that. And it wasn't like, that's not to say Zay wasn't also playing the game. But Zae's way of playing the game was just like, so I need you out of this house immediately. I feel like you don't understand this game at all. Like, it's so far away from the way I want you to play, to the point where I am so okay with you going home.
I mean, look at Blue. I feel like she didn't play the game at all.
Yeah, yeah. Blue's a good example. Blue is a great example of just one of those frustrating players that you're like, especially when they get into a mode where they're a little bit more confident
I mean,
than
a player
they
this
should
good
be. Yeah.
has to get out of it. It has to be taken out eventually.
Yeah, I remember that was like our only entertainment. I was watching Blue just say shit, and we were like, "What does she think she is doing? Like, what is like?" She keeps talking about how she's the best player. Like, is she joking? I can't tell.
Nick,
and that makes me
girl.
actually want to go
I
to
love
another
her.
topic. And yeah, sorry, Blue. But do y'all notice?
Good friend of the show.
Great friend of the show, actually. And so, do y'all notice that this season there's a lot of, and maybe I'm just noticing this more, but I think it's interesting, people talking about like, this is gonna make the episode. Oh, that was TV worthy.
Yes.
And also the thing of like, which I hate every year, and this happens, so it's not new. Where people go, this has got to be the best season. This has got to be one of people's favorite seasons, and just really commenting on that. And I don't know. It feels weird. I feel like I'm seeing it more, and it makes the show feel less, I don't know, real when people do that. Like, or especially with Jimmy, you know, rehearsing the veto ceremony and then going out there, and we have to watch him rehearse it for hours, and it just seems like that's happening a lot. And I don't really like it. Of course, when you mix it in with like Rylie saying like, I don't want to be here for the money, it's like, okay.
I mean, perception is reality, and if they're being perceived as actors, then that's going to be the reality of it. They're actors. This isn't reality anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this isn't our reality.
It's not, and I know what you're doing, but like, I just don't want it to be. I don't want this to be the new norm. And I've heard, I can't remember who said it. There was another one of those classic like Elena Davies moments where she's like, I am here so I can get a job afterwards. But no one said it exactly like that. But they kind of had alluded to like the opportunities after.
Oh yeah,
this.
I'm here. Wait. Julie talked about this in her interview with Sharon Tharp. She was just like, everyone does the show, and they always have opportunities after the show. They can go on cruises, or they're influencers. Like the doors that this opens for them. It's like my children. I want them to do so good, and it's just like, okay, Julie, calm down.
Sure, Julie.
And she also said, which is in the interview which we saw it today too, that there are secrets within the house.
Oh yeah,
we haven't found yet.
Oh. Well, we did see a good clip of one of those secrets tonight.
The
That's
safe.
a good time to pull that up. Okay, I guess we don't have to have a whole discussion about that. I just wanted to bring that up because it was something that was irking me while watching this cast this year. And I thought it was more than in the past. So, and I see people also had that same thought, which makes me feel better. Thank you, everybody.
And she also confirmed the accomplice thing is over.
Yeah, I mean, figured it.
Yeah.
Good to know, though. The Mastermind walking through the house. We don't have to have that full blast. You get it. I thought this was kind of creepy though. The Mastermind going through.
We need to see how they walk.
Well, they sped through the house at crazy lightning speed.
Well, I bet right.
They walk with very light feet.
Their body language, like.
Well, you see, we have a safe behind the picture next to the. Wait, where was that? Next to the front door?
I think it was. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in there? Oh, is it a secret veto?
Maybe another safe. But smaller. But yeah, probably power. Probably power's in there. Or like maybe it's multiple clues. Oh, I guess I should listen to what the Mastermind says here. I kind of forgot.
The one Lawan's looking for.
Because soon I will be your nightmare.
Okay, cool.
So was he actually in there or no?
No. definitely not. That would have been crazy if they sent someone in there to mask in the middle of the night, though. Don't know.
What if we're on the feed? What if we get on the feeds and he's in there late at night?
I don't know if I could have handled that. Also, someone talking about, you brought up the secret accomplice. I see Caleb talking about that, letting that be like an ongoing thing. Can you imagine if Amy had gone home this week and in 2 separate seasons of Big Brother, there was a season where Rachel Rylie was on it and there was a saboteur twist and they unknowingly got the saboteur out in the first week for reasons that were not them being the saboteur. They just happened to get like,
thought.
How mind-blowing would that have been? I guess I'm glad that that didn't happen, but for the sake of having that stat and for Rachel to have a moment where she was probably like, how did this happen more than once?
and she tried to work with both of them.
Yeah. And then furthermore, yeah, that would have been a weird callback for her. But I just thought that was crazy that could have even been a possibility.
And she also tried to work with Sari on the Traitors. So
yeah,
she just draws in saboteurs.
Yes, I mean literally, she kind of is one herself in a way. Maybe that's why.
What were you asking? What was the question?
I don't think I had a question there. I don't think I did anyway. But I do think we need to move on to. I feel like we talked about mostly everybody. I can't say we've talked about all 16 remaining house guests. Do we want to do winner picks now?
Well, we can do our draft pick for the week.
I actually already did mine.
Oh, well, we can go over who we picked.
Yeah, I did mine earlier, even before the show. I didn't know we were gonna wait. I can do that in the future though, or we can wait. But yeah, since I did mine in early, I'll read my picks for this week, and I'll also be sure to read back who you had as your picks last week.
Oh yeah.
But for week 1, I chose Katherine, Keanu, Kelley, Mickey, and Vince. So I did pretty good on Vince and Kelley. Weirdly enough, 2 people that didn't actually play the game that well this week, but still won competitions. And so I feel like that was all right. In my week 2 picks, have y'all picked yours yet?
I picked mine.
Okay. So my week 2 picks were Adrian, Lauren, Mickey, Morgan, and Zach. So I'm banking on like kind of a boring week, I think, by picking all of these people. I just had a feeling that one of these people could win HOH if we were to have a not too exciting week. So I like to be surprised, in which case I can be like, oh, I didn't pick them, but that means someone else kind of crazy won HOH. I know someone was pulling for Keanu earlier, which is, y'all are wild for that.
Y'all have no faith or you have no faith in Rachel then?
I don't think that should take away from Rachel's ability. I don't think it's her time yet to win a competition and rack up the points, which I don't remember how these points are calculated in this.
They'll be calculated at midnight for the round before.
All right.
So like they're due midnight after eviction, and then they're calculated, and then you'll see them in the scoreboard, and then like you get minus points for if. Here, I can go through them. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'll just go through like the base ones. But let's see, game rules. So like you get points for competitions, like 1 point, and you get 3 points if they participate in Power of Veto. 4 points if wins competition. And then 10 points if they win HOH. And then you get minus 5 points if they're nominated for eviction.
Okay.
Minus 8 points if the house guest is evicted. And then there are plus points for like if a house guest is seen shirtless or in a bikini, plus 3 points.
Oh, I didn't know.
If a house guest is seen exercising or working out outside, plus 4 points.
Oh, so this goes way deeper than I thought it did.
Minus 2 points for house guest kisses another house guest on the lips. What?
These are very specific.
Excuse me. Why is that minus?
Tell me y'all's picks, please.
Okay.
I hate that.
Nick, you go first. Last week and then this week.
Okay, so last week I picked Ava, Katherine, Lauren, Morgan, and Vince.
Okay.
So I did get points with Vince. And
Very
I know
good.
Lauren and Katherine were wearing bikinis because according to Rachel, they were up all night flirting with the guys in their bikinis. And then for this week, I picked not much different, but Ava, Katherine, Mickey, Morgan, and Rachel.
Mickey, Morgan, Rachel. Okay. So you believe in Rachel. Very good.
I do.
Where I don't.
I kind of was hoping on like all of them being safe, I guess.
Right.
And Rachel winning the HOH. Because I feel like she's going to want it.
Okay. And she'll keep that team safe.
Yeah. She'll
Okay.
keep the girls safe.
Zach, your team last week versus this week.
Yes, so my team last week was Amy, Ashley, Ava, and Lauren and Rachel. 2 of them got nominated, but it didn't matter. They won competition, or one of them won a competition. The other one, I mean, she survived eviction. Then next for this week, I have Amy, Ava, Jimmy, Morgan, and Rachel.
So you had a few similar, or a couple similar.
I'm keeping, because they're, let me double check, because I'm pretty sure that there's making moves, do you trust me, classic BB moments.
Anything else?
There's what house guest lies about their profession to another house guest once per season per contestant plus 6 points.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Everyone in the damn cast did that. So
for real, we can all rack up on those points. It seems like maybe we should just always pick all those people just in case they have like a mass outing 1 week, and we can rack up all the points.
And I believe there's points for like most confessionals or something like that.
Oh, another good segue because I do have that as well. So those are confused. We're playing Bracketology. It's an app where you go online. You can pretty much, there's a lot of reality shows that you can pick like fantasy teams on. Big Brother is one of their kind of main fantasy games or shows to play along with. But you go in and you make 5 picks for the week. And Zach was just reading the point system that they kind of have, how they rack it up. And you can play with groups with your friends, or you can just do like a big, I think they have like a generic big league. It's the first time I've really played it, so I'm still learning as we go along. But
yeah, these are the special ones for last week that first mentions, like first house guest to talk about their pet. Kelley was the one. First house guest to talk about their significant other. Amy. First house guest to say they're our Big Brother super fan, Rylie. So
okay, I like those little ones too. I also like knowing who did those things or when.
Yeah.
I saw someone mention. Oh, sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I believe it breaks it down whenever the points get posted, so you'll be able to see it. But
well, we'll keep updating our own point system with that. It'll be kind of like our makeshift draft since we didn't do an official one. Someone asked about the washing machine with Adrian. Colton did. Let me pull that up real quick. That was pretty funny.
That was funny.
We didn't get to see a lot of Adrian this week, but we did tonight. This, first of all, this is like, I feel like this every time I use a washing machine. It seems. I don't know if I would have been this poor with it, because Adrian seemed to have like difficulty with the whole like throwing it into a washing machine as opposed to opening it from the side, which I'm used to that. That's how it is in my apartment. I've had both, so I feel like I could have mastered this one. I would have done fine at least. Nick, do you feel like you would have done fine with this washing machine?
I guess. I mean, I've used both this one like this and the other one. I have the other one in my house. We open it from the top.
There could be something complicated about this one. I don't know. But
I mean, it looks like the ones that they have in the laundromat. Is it really that?
It's at least the same, kind of the same thing. There's probably a lot more buttons on this one. But I don't know. But that was funny. We didn't get to see Adrian a lot, but I'm glad we got to see that moment for sure. I feel like I saw something else. Maybe not right now. Oh yeah, we're just talking about we need more super fans on this show. I agree. I know it adds chaos sometimes to have someone go into the game that doesn't know anything, a la Kelley, to play a game in a way we haven't seen before.
No,
But
she wants to be like Tucker.
that's okay. So yeah, maybe so even the newer fans are just gonna try to be like whatever they watched the one season of, or whoever their favorite player was on the one season that they watched. But yeah,
just be your own person.
It could be that easy.
I got a lot of comments about people like, oh my gosh, everyone that goes on is a super fan. I'm like, have y'all watched the show? Like, what is your thing doing?
Oh yeah, your name's going crazy. That was
Sorry,
cool.
my cat like she's laying here and she laid on the enter key and it caused my thing. So
okay.
Yeah.
What season had the most super fans, do you think?
Give me a second.
Damn.
Wait, one more time. That wasn't loud enough for anybody.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, go ahead, Zach.
What season had the most super fans?
I don't know.
None.
Probably an earlier season. I would
Could you
imagine.
really be a super fan if you were
For an earlier season?
I feel like super fans aren't truly like super fans didn't really truly start being like a thing until after 10.
So you mean a fan to the point where you're like referencing other moments as like they
Yeah.
were like golden
Like
to you,
like Michelle, like
Okay, or okay, like a Redditor.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would have had to have been post. I feel like a decade would be a good amount of time. No, I mean by the time you have an all-star season, you have fans voting all the time. I feel like at that point you would have enough people that could call themselves super fans. You know?
Yeah. I guess
So-
Dick was a feedster, so
Yeah, of course. I mean, as time goes on, like Colin's saying with 15, 17, 23, I mean, like you did have big super fans on those seasons for
I feel
sure.
like 23 definitely had a lot.
I mean, 15, I think of McRae, of course, was a super
Helen,
fan.
Andy,
Helen, Judd was.
Andy.
Yeah, so like, yeah, and of course, that's the season that they don't ever want to
Spencer.
talk about. So Spencer, especially, yeah.
Amanda, wasn't she a super fan?
15 might be the loaded super fan season, which is so sad that it is.
Was it Air? No. Gina Marie was a super fan, wasn't she?
No.
Oh.
Nick
There's
Uhas
no
didn't give me
way.
super fan vibes either.
Yeah.
He's now a scientist.
I don't know.
But-
That's an interesting thought for that season because I feel like the other half of them were like total like.
Yeah, like Jeremy.
Yeah,
and
right. Like Jeremy,
Caitlin.
Caitlin, Aaron. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them had no idea what the hell.
Jessie was a super fan, wasn't she?
She was. Nah, I don't know actually. I take that back. I said that too quick.
Candace was a recruit.
Right.
Howard.
I never got a sense that Howard knew the game that well.
No.
He was praying too much.
Who else would have made it along there?
trying to
Besides,
think.
I feel like Alyssa was.
Was Alyssa a super
Oh yeah, Alyssa. I guess that counts. Like,
David Girton. Oh my God, I forgot.
oh
about
yeah, David.
Forgot about the
Oh.
first victim of BB15. Fun vote though, for sure.
Is that everyone? I feel like we're missing someone. Like
Yeah.
someone. Who
I'm
didn't
comfortable
scream.
saying 15 had a great amount of super fans on it.
Yeah.
But 17 and 23 also included a good amount. So I don't know.
17
Maybe,
was. I guess Vanessa was a super fan, wasn't she?
maybe. I feel like I need to
Or
ask.
no. I feel like she just knew the game but didn't know about the game. If that made sense.
I don't remember her being a super fan.
I don't remember her ever
It's
saying
been a
that
long
she was
time,
super
but
fan.
it's been a
Yeah,
decade
'cause-
actually.
Vanessa's my favorite player of all time, so I would know that information.
Yeah, her and Tiffany,
But-
the golden standard of, the Russo sisters,
Mhm.
killing it.
They should. That's royalty.
Yeah, Stephen Austin. Good. Good example too. Not Stephen Austin like the Texas
Wasn't Johnny
historical figure, but
Audrey was
Nick
a super fan.
Wasn't your boy Johnny Mac a super fan?
Girl, not my boy. Allegedly he was. I feel like he was one of those people that was like a fake super fan.
Jackie.
No.
Was she? Shelly?
Girl, no. They threw them on there from Amazing Race. Jackie was not no super fan.
Shelly?
Jeff?
I think Shelly was a fan. I don't remember Shelly ever saying she was a super fan.
Oh, sorry to interrupt this. I do have one more moment. We probably should wrap this up soon, though. I feel like we're out of things. But this reminded me. This was last night, and this was, I believe, to Will reacting to Caitlyn. Oh my God, we start talking about PV-15. Kelley walking up to Will and Ava, and was basically like, people are saying that I'm trying to throw the blockbuster, or like, so I think it was that, and then she just kind of like left, and they were both like, what just happened? And I think Ava said something like, it's like admitting you have herpes and then leaving. If I got any of that wrong, please let me know. But I thought that was so funny. That didn't get added to the Kelley like added tally of things that she did, or at least the segment that they showed on tonight's episode. But okay, do we want to do winner picks and then wrap up?
Sure.
Yes.
Who do we have as winner picks before? I feel like
we kind of picked, like, if we had our first pick of the draft, who would we pick? I said
Yeah.
Mickey. I know one of y'all said Ashley.
I think I did.
Yeah, I wanted to say Ashley for the record. So, and then Nick, who did you pick for that? If you had to
For what?
If we had to have
Katherine.
the first draft pick, who would you pick? The thing that we did
Morgan.
last week, Morgan. Okay. Well, I think with that, we should turn to now our current winner picks. And if you want to view it, if it's less like commitment to say, this is a person that I would pick in my draft right now, first overall, if that makes you feel better, like it does to me sometimes, we can do that too. But I would say my winner pick, or person that I would rank first in who I believe is doing the best right now. I said I was going to steal Lauren, but then I remembered that I curse people sometimes when I pick this, so I'm not going to say Lauren. I'll leave that to one of y'all. And instead, I am going to be boring and say Zach.
I hope not.
No, I could say Mickey again easily. Easily could say Mickey again.
Yeah,
I could say
Zach and Mickey are giving the same vibe, so it makes sense.
I could even lightly say Ava, and I don't think Adrian should be like memed on yet.
And I mean Jackson Mickey, not this Mickey.
Yeah. The real yeah. Do not pick Jackson Mickey for this. And then Katherine, of course, I think is interesting to watch too. So, but I'm gonna pick Zach because if something bad happens, we'll say it's because I cursed him. But I also think he's playing really well right now, so I will pick him. And Zach, you go next.
I'm gonna go with, just because I know who I want to go with because I want it to happen, but I'm gonna go with Lauren.
Yeah,
for
I
safety.
can't. I'm not gonna argue with that at all. No notes.
Because it's been the fact that it's been 25 years and we have yet to have a two-timer.
Mm-hmm.
And Survivor's already had, I guess they've only had two. Yeah, they've only had two. I mean, I feel like we're due one. And if anyone's going to do it, it's her name that I'm not going to say. But I'm going to go with Lauren as a safety. She's playing a really good game. I feel like I have the same vibes as her as I do with Leah from last season, where under the radar, like everyone kind of likes her. No one's really paying attention to her right now. And hopefully no one here ends up being a puppet and takes her out for no reason.
Okay. We'll see if that happens. Good pick, though, regardless. I could have just picked Mickey again. I don't know why I thought that wasn't an option. Nick, go ahead.
I'm gonna stick with Morgan. That is my favorite right now out of the whole house.
She's a gamer girl.
I feel like she is a gamer girl, and I don't know. I think she has a good head on her shoulders. I feel like she understands how the game works. I really liked her approach with Rachel in terms of like I want to try to like get in good with her as opposed to other people being like she's got to go like right away. It's like that doesn't work when they bring in the vets. Production wants the vets to stay there. So they're going to do whatever they can to try to keep them there. So whether it's giving them immunity, giving them friendship bracelets, giving them a rigged HOH, who the hell friggin' knows? But the like strat when there's returnees and newbies is to work with the returnees. And I feel like Morgan was one of like the very few people in the early stages that was very open to working with Rachel and was one of the main factors in helping the vote flip to Zay, I feel like. So yeah, I picked Morgan. I think she's also not really like a target right now for people. So yeah, that's my winner pick.
I didn't commend her enough on, and we saw it tonight's episode too, of Rachel and I guess it was Amy maybe in the gym with Morgan, and Morgan was just so gung-ho, just being like, yes, let's get him out, let's do it, which I think that works well for her. She's very energetic all of the time, which is something I didn't expect from her going in. She's very much I will be vocal about most things, and so that was a nice surprise from her, and it seems like she knows when to like rein it back too, which will serve her well. So yeah, Morgan definitely no slouch, even though she still talks about how much she's a gamer girl. Probably going to be too often, or at least going to continue as the season goes along.
She got clowned a lot in my comments.
I'm sure. One thing I didn't bring up, any of the competitions we didn't really talk about. Of course, we had the veto competition, which was called Felony Forest, a title for sure. That
Memphis
was
is in there.
Yeah. Whoa. So there were too many buzzer sound effects in this competition. I needed them to stop. Yeah. And then I noted the line, I just need one more whiff of this smell, which I just thought was, I don't remember who said that. I just logged that line, thought it was funny. And then Vince throwing the card down after realizing that Ashley won was too much. And then I feel like there was other funny things. Oh, I liked how Ava she said, I have slop waist. Or someone told her she has slop waist. Maybe it was Jimmy. I can't remember. But I liked just the term slop waist. I hadn't heard that before. One thing I didn't even mention about Zay. He referred to like building an alliance as building that roster. Didn't like that at all.
Oh,
didn't like
did
that he said
say that. I forgot about that.
Don't think we should forget that. And then
that face looks like someone that would say that.
Oh, I forgot that Rachel was not only instigating these showmances, but literally said to Rylie, "You have a crush on Katherine?" And I was like, "Yes, Rachel, please keep
Has
going."
Anyone did Paul? I can't remember. Did Paul try to instigate showmances on 19, or did that just happen?
I don't think Paul was the matchmaker. I think it just kind of. I think everyone was just weird enough on 19 for it to happen. It is weird that how many showmances were there? Because we had Jessica, Cody,
Matt and Raven,
Mark and Elena,
Jessica and Coda, Mark and Elena,
Raven, Matt. You already said that.
Raven, Matt.
It was 3.
Alex and Jason. Is that his name?
They didn't.
They were not a showmance.
You talking about
Didn't
WhistleNut? No, they didn't.
No.
It was just those 3 though. But even just those 3 were too much.
Christmas and Josh.
Girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 3 is the max, really, for a Big Brother season before everything starts going off the wayside, I guess. So if we get,
I don't think there's been more than 3 in one season.
There should not be more than 3 in one season, unless you're talking about like season 9 or something.
Yeah. Rachel, Brendan, Jordan, Jeff, Danny, Dominic.
Are you just naming the married couples or what?
No,
I guess they were all on the season together.
Yeah, they were
right?
all on 13.
So there were 3
They
showmances.
were,
Yeah.
but like I feel
And
like Danny and Dom
then-
weren't even a thing on 13 though.
Practically
I feel
not.
like it counts. They literally are married and have a kid together.
It does count, but also 2 of them came in together, so it's not like
If-
you had 3 form on the season. So
Yeah.
there should be an asterisk next to that. I see,
if
but
Matt
you're right.
if Matt can build a shrine to a girl that gets eliminated in week 2, and if another Matt can be eliminated week 1, and a girl make it all the way to the end, and they end up together, isn't that what a showmance is?
It is by the term, just by the term showmans, but that doesn't mean I want to watch. Wait, never mind. I love showmances. Yes, that is what it is, and I love it, and I want it to happen.
Wait, what about Caitlin and Tyler and what's
Who
her
are
name?
you talking about?
Tyler and what's her name? Angela?
Yeah.
Tyler and Angela, Fessy and Haley,
Yeah.
Swaggy and
Oh,
Bailey.
3. You found 3.
Was there another one?
We're gonna find. I feel like we're gonna find a lot of seasons that actually had 3 after this.
I feel like 3 is like the max.
15. Everybody, I feel like, loved each other.
15 there was 3 too, technically.
Jeremy
yeah.
and Caitlin. You had
Nick and Gina Marie.
Nick and Gina Marie, Amanda McCrae. You had. I feel like
Caitlin,
Judd and Aaron kissed at one point even.
Aaron and David.
Aaron and Dave. Oh yeah, Aaron and David very briefly. Oh my God, that's the problem. That's when we have too many showmances. That's what makes the season go just off. So we should be worried if we reach that threshold.
17, Austin and Liz, Clay and Shelly, James and
No,
Meg.
you're going ahead. What?
James and Meg were not a showmance, please.
If anything, Clay and Meg were a showmans.
Oh my God, do you remember?
Oh, I remember it.
She cried.
wild. Yes, yeah, crazy stuff.
yeah. And Clay told her to vote him out or whatever.
Yeah.
18 Natalie.
18
and
definitely had 3.
just
At least at
3?
the end.
Yeah, 3, and then Bridget and Frank.
Bridget and Frank were not a showmans.
Bridget and Frank were not a showmance.
They literally kissed.
No, they did. What are you watching? Like that these people are kissing.
He's getting spam links for just like AI videos that never happened, but it's for shows that were on 10 years ago.
Bridget had a boyfriend going into the house.
Then why were they cuddling so much?
I don't fucking know. She's touchy-feely, but
we need
they
to,
were
we need to
not
get out of here.
showmans.
We need to get out of here.
Oh yeah, Frank and Ashley, Shane and Danny. Or
Frank and Ashley? What about Ian and Ashley?
Ian and Ashley went on a date.
Wasn't there someone else in that?
Maybe. I don't know.
21.
This is homework for everybody.
21. Holly and Mickey and Kat.
Zach, I'm pulling up the music.
What's Nick and Bella? Jack and
This is where I draw
Annalise.
the line. This is where I draw the line when we talk about Nick and Bella. You have to recap.
Oh, Nick and Kat. That's 4.
This is disgusting. I need you to talk about what's coming up this week, Zach. If you're ready for that. You can say no if you don't want to.
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a normal week.
I know it's a lot to ask of someone after 2.5 hours of already talking. So.
Let me yawn, because you
I
last
just
time you
know-
did it in the middle of whenever I was doing something. Okay.
Don't know what that means, but go ahead.
Come back Sunday when we find out who is taking up the HOH power and shaking up the game. Will Rachel finally fulfill on her promise, or will someone else come to power? And then we'll find out who the HOH nominates for Eviction. And then on Wednesday, we're back with the power of veto to figure out who of the nominees will be taking themselves off the block. And then Thursday, we're back for another live eviction, and BB Blockbuster will be here on Thursday night, right after the episode, to cover it all.
You didn't win. You didn't win. Wait, sorry, silence.
I didn't win? I didn't
Go ahead.
win?
You didn't beat the song. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And we'll be back here, same time, going over the whole week and fights galore. Thank you for joining us, and we'll make sure to come back again for our reality.
Damn, that was good. That was good.
That was so close.
Yeah, you nearly had the song beat that time. I just need to get the longer one. I keep thinking I can see if you can beat the clock, but I feel like you just need to
like a challenge.
Yeah. Anyway, other song now. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. It was a joy to be with you all for the last 2.5 hours. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you, Nick and Zach, for joining me, as always. You can keep up with us in a number of ways. You can follow Zach or Nick on Twitter or Blue Sky. You can follow me on Blue Sky if you want. Still feeling that out. I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, listen to us on Apple Podcasts if you want to catch our audio-only version of this. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. That all helps us a ton. Everyone in chat, thank you so much for being here yet again. Obviously, this is way more fun when y'all show up here, and I know Thursday night's a busy night for Big Brother YouTube live streaming, so it's an honor that you chose us. Yeah, keep up with us in any way you can. We'll be back next week, I imagine. If anything changes, you will find out. And yeah, hopefully this is a great week of Big Brother. Can't wait to talk about it by the time we end the week again. See y'all next time. Good night. Wait, Zach, say the thing.
Oh, perception is reality. Our reality.
Nice. Good night, everybody.